Talk to it.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. Classic!
I'm only gonna do this once.
Classic!
Ha ha. Ha ha.
Classic! Yeah.
Yeah. It's the best daytime live show on all streaming platforms. It's the Classic Codes. You know I gotta come to the ring, man.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2", 190 pounds. I give you more, I'm made different. I work too hard. Ain't no way I ain't getting paid different. This from the dirt, this from the mud. You ain't slave with me.
Yeah.
That was brave with me. You can't come in with me now if you ain't came with me. Skull looking at you side eye if you ain't with real life. I seen a couple people try and it ain't
Yeah, 333. Let's go, Jack. Let's go.
With me. And if they start to stand on 9, that's where it end with me. It can end quickly. And the way I level up, I make them spin differently. I should start a foundation. They be make-a-wishing me. I got these hoes in the fence. They can't seem to get to me. Babe, I done mastered discipline. It take more than booty cheeks. Need a little more conversation, cause I still be trying to see. I be listening with my eyes. Yeah, I still be trying to see. I be moving like the prize. You can't find another me. Let's get focused. Want the fruits of your labor, gotta climb the tree.
Yeah, let's get focused. Yes, Classic with the Classic Codes, and I got another great live stream for y'all today, man. I hope everybody feeling good. I feel amazing, man. Let's get to it. If it's your first time here, make sure you go ahead and lock in with me. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and be active in the comments. Be active in the chat, because we got to have a conversation whether we agree or disagree, because we got to crack these codes.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
But yeah, we got a lot going on today. We're going to tap in on the sports side. We got some Classic Code sports to tap into. After we get off of that, we're going to do a reaction video, which is kind of sports and Classic Codes type of content with my dog Souls of Thought and my dog Uncle Plug TV with the no middleman panel. I'm going to tap in and do a reaction with them. And then after that, we going into the question of the day, which I think is a major question of the day today. So I'm excited about doing that. And then we're going to move into the TikTok reaction and the code language conversation. So we got a full slate.
Classic.
You know what I mean? Yes, Lord, we got a full slate. I ain't in no rush today. I know yesterday I only gave y'all like a 40-minute stream. Today I'm here to make up for that, chat.
Classic.
Chat 333, talk to me, man. Let's get active. Let's get active. Right now, we are streaming live on Classic Codes Sports on YouTube. We're streaming live on The Classic Codes on YouTube, Twitch, and Rumble. So make sure if you have all three, you tap in with me on all three, because I will be doing exclusive content on all three platforms. So there will be things on Rumble that you cannot get on my YouTube or Twitch, things on my Twitch that you cannot get on my YouTube or Rumble, things on my YouTube that you can't get on those. So I'll be doing exclusive content on each platform. So it means something for you to tap in with me everywhere.
Classic.
Yeah. They call me the hardest working man in show business.
I'm only gonna do this once.
But we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off by tapping into the sports side of things for sure. It's a mandatory thing. It's a lot going on right now. You know, if I'm gonna get into it for sure. Let me get the imagery up for you guys so y'all can see exactly what's happening. We're gonna go over to the boxing game. We're going to head over into the boxing game. We talking Jermell Charlo today in a real way. It's Classic with the Classic Code Sports. Let's get it going.
There you go. Talk to it.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Jermell Charlo is back with that energy. Jermell Charlo is back with that energy. He said, ain't no friends in the industry. posted an image of a lion. As y'all know, the Charlo brothers go by lions only. Jermell posts a lion with a shark in his mouth. Then he calls out indirectly Boots Ennis, posting a lion with a boot in his mouth with the Eagles emblem on it, so you know exactly who we talking about. Then he posts a lion with a giraffe head in his mouth, talking about the 6'6" towering inferno in Sebastian Fondura. Is this man Jermell Charlo hunting or what, chat? Is he hunting or what,
Classic.
chat? Oh boy. It's about to get thick. Shit is about to get thick, chat. Oh my God. Jermell Charlo, the smaller, you know, they'll call Jamal Big Charlo, but the smaller of the Charlo brothers, he is the king at 154 pounds. He only has 2 losses on his record. Jermell lost 1 fight in a duet with Brian Castano. He had a draw with Castano. I apologize. He had a loss to Tony Harrison where he lost his belt. And then he came and avenged that loss by stopping Tony Harrison later in his career. He fought Brian Castano to a draw in a unification bout, all at 154 pounds, came back and beat Brian Castano in the second fight, also by way of stoppage. His second loss of his career was when he moved up 2 weight divisions, daring to be great. And in my opinion, tap danced around and got paid against Canelo Alvarez in what presented itself as more of an exhibition than anything. But Jermell Charlo at 154 pounds is not to be played with, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Jermell Charlo at 154 pounds is not to be played with. Before going up to 168 to go get that bag with Canelo Alvarez, you understand at 154 pounds, Jermell Charlo was the king. He's an old-fashioned throwback type of fighter as well. He took an L, went back and got that out the mud. You understand?
Classic.
Then he went for the unification, scored a draw, went back to make sure it was a little bit more decisive.
Classic.
So Jermell Charlo ain't a joke. Him calling out the big dogs. We haven't seen Errol Spence since his last fight against Terrence Crawford. It's been quite some time. Long layoff. Jermell has also been out of the ring for a long time with his last fight against Canelo, having had been, you know, back on September 23rd. You understand, of 2000 and was it 23? Yeah, I want to say 2023. I want to say he'll be I'm trying to see the details, chat. I don't remember off the top of my head. But he coming off a long layoff. I think it's definitely going to be well over a year or closer to 2 years by the next time that he fights. I don't know why he's been sitting on the shelf. Same thing with Errol Spence, but Errol Spence's last fight was a rough go of it, but taking this much time off, I think that he's just comfortable and doing well in life. And, you know, he doesn't necessarily need to fight. And if he does at this point, it's going to be for obviously more money, but for the love of the game. But let's stay on Jermell Charlo. I guess we could talk about them all, right? Because he's calling everybody out. But Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence used to be under the same trainer in Derek James. And now neither one of them work with Derek James anymore, to my understanding. And so now it makes more sense for them to have a fight. I think it's a situation where, you know, they was cool by way of proximity. They, you know, both Texas boys, you know, both in the same gym. They had some level of camaraderie. But I'm going to tell you the truth. Fighters around the same weight class, you know, they can only be but so cool. You know, that's why the Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson relationship is so taboo. Because in boxing, if y'all somewhere near each other in weight, y'all can't really be friends. Because one day it might be that. It might have to be that. You understand what I'm saying? So a long time ago, I know Jermell kind of took the position of, nah, he ain't interested in fighting Errol. But Errol always was like, shit, for the right check, we can go ahead and get it. We can go ahead and get it boxed.
Classic.
Now, mind you, he was talking like that prior to that loss against Terrence Crawford. And we have yet to see Errol Spence fight at 154 pounds. So there's a lot of unknowns with regards to Errol Spence. But let's talk about the Jerron Boots Ennis fight. I think this is a lot of fluff, right? Jerron Boots Ennis has a full schedule in front of him. He's already scheduled to fight Usima Lima, right? He finna fight him. And then I think after that, he's supposed to be going straight away to allegedly get Virgil Ortiz. So Jerron Boots Ennis, with the way these fighters space their fights out, he could very well be, you know, a year and a half out from trying to book a fight with Jermell Charlo. You know, but things change, they don't stay the same. And that Virgil Ortiz contract, to my understanding, isn't something that's signed. And so after the Usima Lima fight, we'll just have to see where it goes. It's not an impossibility, but, you know, based on the way talks have gone, you would think that Virgil Ortiz is next for Jerron Boots Ennis.
Classic.
However, I do think that this creates a win-win situation with regards to Boots Ennis, because it's a situation where if he doesn't get Virgil Ortiz, he can, you know, get Charlo potentially, unless somebody is woofing. You know what I'm saying? So I think it creates a win-win. Tez, what's going on, dog?
Classic.
Chat 333 filing in. But yeah, so I think it's a situation where Jermell Charlo just shook things up and made boxing very interesting to talk about, at least, right? We're in an era of boxing where it's more talking than punching. And so for now, we have something exciting to talk about with Jermell Charlo, you know, putting himself back in the fold. By him putting himself back in the fold, I think that you know, this is something that everybody who's in boxing knows that shit. He just put a lot of people on notice, man. Jermell Charlo is a big deal. Let me show y'all some work. Let me show y'all some work, chat, because I know for some of my chat may not be deep into boxing, but following classic codes and following classic code sports, you know, you might take an interest to it and get you a favorite fighter if you don't have one. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm gonna just play these highlights while I talk about him. But yeah, at 154 pounds, he's an undisputed champion. You know, so this isn't a guy. I mean, he punches with real veracity, a lot of power. And for any of those guys, it's a problem. You know, if Charlo were to fight an Errol Spence Jr., I'd favor Charlo right now. If Charlo were to fight Boots, being honest with you, I think it's a 50-50 fight, but only because of Charlo's inactivity. I think if Charlo had a tune-up of some sort, and then, or like, let's say, okay, Boots got a fight scheduled right now, right? So walk with me real quick, chat. Boots has a fight schedule, right? So if Charlo, you know, takes a fight in the meantime against, you know, some lesser guy or whatever, just to get back moving, get the ring rust off of him, you know what I mean? And just get the blood back flowing in the sport, make weight again. He hasn't made 154 in a while, right? His last fight was at 168 pounds. So, you know, I'm sure he's had to do a lot of work in the gym while he's been off to redesign his body comp, you know what I mean, to be back at the 154 frame. So, you know, with him, I think a tune-up would be great. So let's say Charlo fights a tune-up to get his activity back going and then goes into a Boots Ennis fight. I don't know. I think I'm going 65. I think I'm going 60-40. I'm leaning Charlo way in that fight. And that's only because as much as I believe in Boots Ennis, as much as I enjoy watching Boots Ennis fight, you know, Boots likes to fight with his hands down. And Charlo likes to fight with his hands up. Look at him working the bag. You see the work that he's putting in on the bag. His hands, I mean, he keeps them boys home and he brings them back home and he works from right here. You know what I'm saying? So his defensive principles are good. And when he fights with great endurance. So like Boots, one great gift that a boxer can have is stamina. Any combat fighter, the great gift you can have is stamina, right? As the rounds go on, you either maintain and you fight just like you was fighting in the second and third round, in the 10th and 12th round, or you get stronger. And that's a nightmare for a lot of people. A lot of athletes fade. And so Charlo's a guy who doesn't get tired, just like Boots doesn't get tired. So I think it would be a 12-round war. But let me tell you something. I don't know that Charlo would necessarily knock Boots out, but I think in a fight like that, you could see a couple of knockdowns. Either way, I think you could see a couple of knockdowns. Charlo punching. That boy punching. And he's not a small guy either. Everybody talk about Boots being a big guy. Boots is a big guy. I'm the one who said, when it wasn't popular to say it, I'm the one who said Boots won't be at 147 as long as he talking about. When he kept telling us he was making weight easy and his weight cuts was comfortable, I said, man, I see this dude in between fights. His face is inflamed. His shoulders broaden out. This dude putting on weight in between fights. He's not going to keep fighting at 147. I know what I'm looking at. I ain't got to wait on him to say it. You know what I'm saying? So, let me show y'all some work. Let me show y'all some work. So, you know, with him, I think a tune-up would be great. So let's say Charlo fights a tune-up to get his activity back going and then goes into a Boots Ennis fight. I don't know. I think I'm going 60-40. I'm leaning Charlo way in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So, So yeah, it's one of them situations where hold on, chat. Yeah, it's one of them situations where it's one of the Jamel is a real threat to everybody that he called out. You know what I'm saying? It's not a thing where this isn't a situation where like you got some guy trying to create some steam for himself by mentioning people's names and all of that. Like, nah, y'all got belts because he went up to 168 to go get that bag, and they took all his belts from him. They stripped him. They stripped him of his belts when he went up to 168 pounds. You know, boxing politics, because we seen people hold on to their belts for years without fighting and all type of stuff, but they stripped him for going up, to fight Canelo. So he went up there and got that paycheck, and that's the only reason why them belts was available. Or the champions that have belts now, like Fundora, would have had to come see Charlo to get them belts. So we're not talking about the guy who ain't the king of the division. I still see him as the king of the division. I'm going to be real. I favor him in all them fights. I think Fundora is the most challenging just because of the physical presentation. The guy being 6'6", fighting at 154 pounds. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the toughest thing, getting around his jab, working around, his length and his height. But Charlo's a guy who's good at punching to the body. And honestly, I don't know why people don't fight like this against Fundora. But the truth is, bro, you should just go in there and chop the tree. Just chop the tree. I'll go straight body shots. Fundora has a good uppercut, but he's going to throw it, right? So when you throw, maintain your defensive posture and just keep ripping to the body all night. I think that's how you beat Fundora. But, and I think Charlo, got a few different ways to beat him because he's an athletic guy. And Charlo's not short. He's 6 feet tall or better. So, yeah, man, the king is back, dog. Jermell Charlo is back in a real way. We got chats. He said, I'm glad he's back. Man, me too, dog. The king is back. I'm gonna give him his just due. Jay Zilla in the chat today.
Classic.
Oh, chat 333. Souls of thought in the building. What's happening, dog? Everybody fouling in. Michael Parsons to the Packers. Yes, Lord. Thank you, God. Get him out of here. Yes, Lord. He don't make enough. He don't make enough tackles for me. 12 sacks ain't enough for all that money. You got to make more tackles. Green Yard had better stats. Amen. Classic. Getting gone. The Tez Down. Shout out to Cortez. Everybody go subscribe to the Tez Down. Go subscribe to Souls of Thought. He said, at Souls, I know you saw that coming. Yeah, get him gone. Overrated. Classic. I like Michael, but he can go play for somebody else. I ain't gonna lie to you. He can go play for somebody else. But back to Jermell Charlo, man. The king is back at 154 pounds. He talking spicy. He won all the biggest fights. These are all big fights, even though, like I said, I'm favoring Charlo until somebody show me something different. So these are all big fights, and I hope that he gets one of them. I don't want him to get one straight away, though. I like to see Jermell fight against a lesser guy just to get back in the groove and then go straight into one of these fights after that. I want to see him make weight one time and then, and I know as fighters get older, they don't want to keep doing weight cuts. So they like, man, forget them tune-up fights. Let me get straight into it. But ring rust is a real thing. And I think it wouldn't serve him if he had to fight Boots or Fundora. If he fought Spence, it would make sense. They both coming off a long layoff. It's the same issue. You know what I'm saying? Spence ain't never fought at 154. You trying to come back down to 154. So Spence would make the most sense. But fighting Boots or Fundora, I want him to take a tune-up first. Ted said Jerry had a point during negotiations. Can't argue with it. Y'all talking football. But yeah, we're going to move into that. But yeah, man, that's my final take on Jermell Charlo. Back with the energy, man. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. All right. So today we doing for the reaction video, we're going to keep the Classic Codes. We're going to keep Classic Code Sports stream going because this video is going to be like a hybrid reaction. It works for Classic Code Sports and it works for the Classic Code stream. So shout out to Souls of Thought. Shout out to Uncle Plug TV and the No Middleman panel. We're going to be doing a reaction to their stream from last night, actually. I was listening to it and enjoying myself thoroughly, but there was a lot that I felt like I would have been able to add in and chime in on. Some agreement, some disagreement for sure. You know how us men is when we talking anything in the sports world. It's going to go like that. So, but yeah. We're gonna tap in with No Middleman right now. And yeah, man, we just gonna go from there. Let me see. Why it's not coming up in my share. Shit got a mind of his own, chat. I'm telling you, boy. That's why I know putting everything in the hands of the robots is like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, because technology be tweaking sometimes. Oh, okay. I see it. User error. It wasn't technology. It was me, chat. I must admit. All right, so we're going to do a reaction with the No Middleman podcast. Again, shout out to Souls of Thought. Shout out to Uncle Plug TV. Everybody get active in the chat. I will get to all of them. Let me see. Y'all talking about the Michael Parsons trade. Jerry had a point during negotiations. Can't argue with it. What you mean he had a point? He said we need real boxers to really box. Oh, for sure. Yeah, Charlo is definitely a real boxer. He definitely on the no duck list. I ain't seen him duck no smoke. So, but all right, man, let's get into it. Let's go.
People, they say monogamy that normally happens in marriage. We have a great married couple that everybody was worried about, concerned about. For those who don't know, this is Travis Hunter and his wife. Travis is about to become a father. So let's play this little video. They did like a little reveal, and I want to talk about it a little bit.
Is it going?
Can it come up?
There's the baby. Do you have a message for the baby?
Gotta be done with me. See you later.
Say bye-bye.
Before you withdraw to a father. Yeah. As you can see there, I think a lot of people who paid attention to their wedding noticed it. But Travis Hunter is a father. They had the little breakdown of her in the hospital and everything of that nature. So now seeing this, what would be your advice for Travis Hunter? Yeah,
So before plug go, before I let the guys get in and then chime in on whether I agree or disagree with them or whatever the case may be, I want to give my take on this as if I was a part of the panel last night. I want to say for Travis, the final phase of the lick has been completed. The final phase of the lick has been completed.
Classic.
When young Travis got married, I said, okay, the next step, she got to go get pregnant straight away. Get pregnant before the season even start. Go ahead, get pregnant. I'm sure it's documented, me saying that somewhere. The next step is for her to get pregnant. She pregnant, amen.
Classic.
The final phase of the lick is completed. Now, if she really want to go for the gusto, have 2 or 3.
Classic.
I don't know how long she can hang in there. I don't know how long, because she doesn't like him. So that's why I'm saying it like this. She doesn't like him. So I don't know how long she can hang in there. You know what I'm saying, with him. But to complete the whole lick, I would say she should go ahead and have multiple kids with him. Cause this ain't gonna be, he got a couple more contracts. You understand me? And she seems like a sister that know how to play the long game about this money.
I'm only gonna do this once.
Don't get it confused. Don't get it twisted. There's somebody probably average, just a regular person. This is all alleged for content creation purposes and entertainment. Everything I'm saying is all alleged and just, and just, speculation or whatever, POV opinions. But yeah, the final phase of the lick has been completed. She now has his child and she has the ring. And so if she hangs in there for him to stay healthy for like 2 or 3 amazing seasons and he go get like one of them $500 million deals or $250 million deals they giving out to these stud players, like the super stud players, or whatever it's going to end up being. You know what I'm saying? 180 million, whatever it's going to end up being. If she hang in there long enough, I mean, you know, working a job, what's that?
Classic.
You understand? $1 million babies. You know what I'm saying? So, congratulations to them. Congratulations to them. You know, I think that, you know, these days, a lot of situations have expirations. And so enjoy it while it lasts. Enjoy it while it lasts. His eyes are about to be open to a lot of things in this world. His motivation going to go through the roof for sure. I think he plans and aspires because Travis is a good dude. He's a good dude, which is why, like, you know, I kind of felt for him when I seen how he was getting, you know, he getting stained like he is. I kind of felt for him, but at the same time, it's just like, you know, it's damn near a rite of passage. Like most dudes go through it. They, you know, get finessed in some way. He just taking like a real big L. But, you know, starting a family and stuff like that and being somebody who gonna be able to provide for his family regardless of how his relationship ends up going, I think he'll land on his feet. Not the last lick. What you mean, not the last lick? What you mean? Elaborate on that. But yeah, she gonna cash in. You know what I mean? She already cashed in. But, you know, to leave and go do her and do what she want, you know what I'm saying? And still have the amenities. She has finally she has beat the final boss.
Classic.
But I am happy for them, genuinely. You know what I'm saying? I just have foresight like the rest of us men, and we understand what it's going to be. I'm just being honest about it and stuff like that. He won't be the first one. He won't be the last. You know, we seen this a million times. You know what I'm saying? So at least he doing the right thing by himself, you know, as far as his own integrity, his own decision making. He doing things right under God. You know, he having his child under wedlock. You know, his intentions are pure. You know what I'm saying? He got his head on straight, his mind in the right place. And I think he'll be abundantly blessed for it. You know, bad things happen to good people all the time, and bad things happen to bad people. Life is all encompassing. So he's just on the man's path, and he gonna learn like a lot of us learn.
Classic.
But hope that baby healthy, got 10 fingers, 10 toes. And again, like I said, whatever their personal relationship end up being, that is what it is.
Yeah, and that's why I was just, when I watched all that, I think she did have it too.
Realistically,
yeah,
the internet sucks.
Souls of Thought said she's reached the final boss. He said, man, we saying it at the same time. Yeah. Ted said, depending on where they got married at, there are certain laws about how long she has to be married to him and the parameters of it. After all, there's no prenup. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If she's playing a long game anyway, Soft Rain, shout out. What's going on?
Classic.
She playing the long game anyway, so I would advise her to have a few kids with him. They're gonna be them kids gonna be $1 million babies. Look at his genes. Dude is a crazy athlete, man. You know what I'm saying? So them kids gonna have some athletic genes and whatnot. So have a few kids with them. You know what I'm saying? Before you go do you, because you know we know what for the streets look like. Hey man, I ain't gonna say nothing further than that because that's somebody's wife. But it's just like we men. You know what I'm saying? We know what this is. Like we know what this is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody but Trav know what this is. Trav think he knows something that we don't know, and we just don't understand because we on the outside looking in, and we all need to mind our own business. Unfortunately for him, he's a public figure, and his business is mildly our business by default. We didn't choose to know your business. They put it all out in front of us. We just on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, and then they can say, well, you don't have to speak on it. I mean, hey, man, it's news. But we rooting for Trav, though. Like I said, he a good dude, but you know, we know a stain is a stain is a stain.
Y'all suck. Straight up, man. I mean that, man. Everybody hating and talking down, man. Let that man live, man. Let them are children, man. These are young kids, man. Leave them alone, man. Let them live, man. They go make mistakes, man. They go up, man. Oh, they're getting a divorce. Now they're having a baby. Oh, she's gonna leave him and take half of his money. Leave him alone, man. Let that man play football. Let her ball out.
Look, Unc ain't want to say it because he know that's what it is, folks.
You know what I'm saying? Now she got a little baby. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes she gonna see the beauty in that baby and start to see the beauty in that man and start to say, I like my family. He gives me everything that I want. You know?
She gonna grow to love him, Unc. She gonna grow. When they was dancing at the wedding and he was doing, I can't even look. My smile don't even get that ugly. Shout out to Trav, amazing athlete. But my smile don't even get that ugly. But y'all know what I'm talking about. They was dancing at the wedding and he was dancing and he had this weird ass look on his face and she was looking at him and then she turned her back. Hey, listen, G, body language don't lie. She don't like dude. Listen, she might. I'm gonna give you this. She might like him, but he's definitely friend zone ugly. You know what I'm saying? He friend zone ugly. So if he doesn't come with all the amenities that he come with, you know what I'm saying? She wouldn't be dating him. She'd probably just be cool with him. She friend zoned him in the first. She really wasn't responsive to him. She went through all the phases that chicks go through when they don't like a guy. She wasn't responding. Talking about I ain't responding because you had a girlfriend. You don't care if the top athlete in the country got a girlfriend. Stop it. You in a rap video. Throwing that motherfucker in a circle. So we could cut it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know what I'm saying? So first you ignored him. Then you admittedly found out who he was and then responded to him, threw him in the friend zone, played the slow game. You know what I'm saying? Let him chase. He going through first baddie syndrome, bad as hell. So he chasing, sniffing up her tail. Then she let him, you know what I'm saying? She let him in. It's like she going through every like all of the signs that you don't really like dude like that is present. So it's like we could act like we don't see it, or we could just like do him a solid and like don't say nothing. But this love, like when you care about somebody, you tell them the truth. If you want to see them do better or look out for themselves, I don't know where y'all come from, but like, you know, if I'm finna go crash out, whether I still mash the gas and crash out, you know, the people that was solid, I could look back in hindsight, you know what I'm saying, and be like, damn, so-and-so and such was real ones. Because when I was on my way to crashing, they told me, like, you tweaking. You feel me? You can at least look back and identify the real ones versus the ones who just let you drive. You feel me? So.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all leave them folks alone, man. Y'all just think she look like this and he look like that, or y'all just want to, she gonna cheat on him. Y'all make it a narrative. And she might see the beauty inside him. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to judge him on his looks or none of that. You know what I'm saying? She might see the beauty inside him. You see how goofy they was together? She might, just because she like him, she ain't goofy. And she like him because he goofy. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, he let her be her. You know, man, internet, y'all trip, man.
I'm actually happy for him, man. I think it's the one thing that's gonna allow him to. He was already locked in on his craft anyway, but I think any man that becomes a father and he got even something else to prove for, you know, to work for, you know, because he had his wife, but to be a father, I think we finna see a whole other Travis Hunter, man. I think you're gonna see a lot of mature decisions too. I don't think you're gonna see him worrying so much about fighting to be on both sides of the ball.
Nope.
All types. I think you're gonna see this man now go get that bag. Whatever.
For sure.
Tell me where I need to play to go get that bag. Like I don't.
And they forget, bro, that he was raised. Hey, he been raised up, man, in his teenage years by a real one, boy.
Yeah. Man,
Cole Prime is special, man. I don't care what y'all talking about. You said it, but you want to say leave that man churning alone. Man, leave that man there, and that's one of his sons too, man. Leave that man cheering alone, man. Everything coming under that umbrella has been successful. Everything they touch has been blessed. Everything they do has been golden. Leave these guys alone, man. Just cause Shallow got weight don't mean he ain't gonna land somewhere. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Shadul gonna make sure his brother straight. His daddy gonna make sure his brother straight. Hell, he gonna make sure he's straight. He raised some men, man. It takes a man to raise these boys into men, man. You know what I'm saying? You think he gonna let Travis do this, that, and the third without being in his ear on a consistent basis? No, man. That man say he was always in his office. Do y'all pay attention to the good narratives? That he was always in his office. He was always asking questions. He always trying to pull on his coat. Man, come on, man. You always pulling your coats, man. Come on, man.
Uncle Plug. I see y'all comments. Keep dumping. I see y'all comments. I'm coming to him. Uncle Plug. All of that's true. All of that, what you said is true. You know what's also true? Good guys get played the worst.
Classic.
The absolute worst. The absolute worst.
Classic.
Everything you just said is a recipe for destructive heartbreak to a man. Every single thing Uncle Plug just said. I'm not even saying he's wrong. I agree with everything he said about Travis being a man of great character. Souls of Thought said, I was not convinced. LOL. Yeah, no, definitely not. The Tez Down said, bro, she doesn't like him. She didn't stand up when he won the Heisman. And when he got drafted first, she ignored him forever. She looked disgusted in his two greatest moments. At Classic, are you driving your girl to a booty shaker and then stand outside while she got the cheeks out, rubbing rump on different dudes? No, what you mean? Am I doing that? No, I'm not a simp. Jay Zilla said it's not love. It's not love the slow way, but he found himself a wife, a good thing. Jay Zilla, I don't think you know who that is. I mean, I'm not gonna disrespect his bride. I'm just saying I don't know if you done your due diligence on the couple that we talking about. That's listen, it's gonna play out. Like the old head said, when they have foresight because they've been around a little longer than us when we was young, you'll see. Just keep living.
Classic.
Let's let my boys cook.
And man, the Sanders family, man, blessings to y'all, man. To that man that was born in Fort Myers, Florida, Lee County, you know what I'm saying? Dion, man, hey, one of the greatest, man. One of the greatest. God bless you, brother. God bless you.
We're gonna be hitting on them in just a few too, because he wanted the topics.
Let's go.
Topics, but man, congratulations to Travis Hunter and your wife, man. Congrats. Hope the baby healthy. That's all that really matters. Make sure the baby's healthy, and have a great have a great season, man. You got something else to grind for now.
Yeah, you got to, but you got it ain't gonna be too well over there at Jacksonville. I'm trying to tell you, but
hey, definitely a congratulations to Travis Hunter, and I think Jacksonville gonna surprise some people. I think Trevor Lawrence is a decent quarterback. I really do. I think he's a very decent quarterback, and I think when he's healthy and everybody's healthy, they've had a lot of injuries. I think Jacksonville going to do a little bit better than people give them credit for. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs or anything like that, but they're going to surprise some people for sure. Jacksonville's all right. They got weapons over there. They're going to be okay if they can stay healthy.
It's cesspool of Florida, bro. Just let you know.
So now next we have I know, Plug, you said you weren't familiar with her. We have Sabrina Parr. I want to say her ex-husband was a NFL player, but then also she was the one who dated Lamar Odom after he got cleaned up and everything the first time after him and Chloe kind of broke it off. So that's how she came into like my viewpoint. Like, but it sounds like she's been around for a while. But she crashed out, man. She crashed out. Coach JB allowed her to come up. And I really want to talk about this because I want to see your opinion on, should women even be talking about men's sports? And also, are women too emotional to have conversations, period? So I want you guys to hear this. I kind of started it in the middle. It's pretty long, but so we're not going to play all that. We're just going to play to give you guys a reference point. Coach JB has already heard her kind of go back and forth. He tells her that he stands on women's sports, but she's about to go in, and I want you guys to hear some of the double talking too that she starts doing. Here we go.
My daughter plays sports. I'm all for female sports. But when we got spaces being invaded, our females being invaded, I want to protect that. So there is the backstory so you understand why I created that line. And number one, I don't understand the asinine, contradictory hypocrisy when we come to Title IX, and yet and I see females coming on talking about Title IX and how females are being invaded. So again, that is my whole take with female sports being protected. Number one. Number two, The football specific space, when I came at that about football specific, that's my whole thing with females. They don't belong in football, gladiator sports. That's my whole thing. I don't believe females should coach men in football, and I don't believe they should play. Now, when the females play lingerie football, I think it's a slap in y'all face, because we ain't going there to watch you catch a touchdown. We're watching you to see your ass and titties. Let's keep it all the way.
I love Coach JB. I beg to differ with him. I had to interject. I beg to differ with him. I've been to a lot of LFL games. I actually damn near had season tickets. I knew one of the players, so I would get to go to the games shit for nothing. And shout out to the Bliss. I've been to a lot of LFL games, and they're actually very entertaining football games. A lot of those women ain't even like robust in that way. So it's not a lot of like jiggling and jumbling or up and down the field. They actually be playing very competitive. And it's like the powder puff game in high school on steroids. And it's really actually a cool atmosphere and very, very entertaining. I don't think it's just a crowd full of perverse men that's there to get something that's just a little bit a step down from the gentleman's club. I don't think that's not what I saw. I saw families there, kids and all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think JB got the wrong idea on that one. He a little off base. Ted said, got to do some homework on her post, man. She fouled, and if she isn't, she got to market better. Oh, he's talking about he's still on the Travis Hunter thing. He said, I disagreed at the same point. I know LFL players and girls who play internationally. He's dead wrong. Yeah, I disagree with him wholeheartedly. He said these girls can play football. Yeah, and it's exciting to watch. Joe Jet, what up, my dog?
Classic.
Yes, sir. But yeah, we're going to let him cook, though. I just had to interject and let y'all know where I was at with that.
Funky. So it's a slap in women's face, and that's the fact of the matter. So again, protect female sports. If you think that you're out there lingerie football and you're a fucking coach now, and I'm supposed to go watch you get ratings by showing your ass and titties, then again, to me, disrespecting my daughter, yourself, and all the other females out there, because all these weirdo fucking men are going to go in the crowd, get loaded, and watch a bunch of ass and titties play. Come on now, girl. Keep it funky. That's what the real is. There ain't no fucking football played by women. Never has been, never will be. Y'all play flag football. Y'all can do whatever you want. I have no issue. There's flag football leagues across America right now in high school for females. I have no issue with it. Do I agree with it? No, but I don't have an issue with it. But when it comes to you coming on over, and there's 22 football coaches in the NFL right now who are female that never fucking played football. Now you're telling me that's okay. Then you're sexist.
Maybe. Let's stay focused on.
My bad, chat. He made a lot of great points. This is one of those arguments where it would be great for like a scored debate conversation, because you could literally get on either side of the fence and talk about this, because you do have people who learn how to master things that they haven't necessarily participated in at the highest level, right? They master it from an information standpoint and an understanding standpoint, right? And I'm not saying that applies to this woman. I'm not saying that applies to this woman at all. But what I'm saying is you could literally argue either side, because I definitely understand where JB coming from. You know what I mean? Like, for all those 22 women that are coaches in the NFL or whatever he was saying, is there, and this isn't even sexism. We talking about what's best for the team, what's best for the franchise, what's best for, what's going on. Forget all the DEI stuff. Is there a man that's better qualified for this and that would do a better job? And if we ask ourselves honestly, the answer probably gonna be yes. You know what I'm saying? If we just being truthful, you know what I'm saying? If we just being just blunt about it.
I know you see me trying to crack the code.
But at the same time, if there is a woman who has a level of mastery, which I don't know if it applies to this sister here, but if there is a woman who has a level of mastery and understanding in the sport, should she be disqualified from a fair opportunity to be a coach on an NFL team? I mean, I think she had to earn her stripes just like the men do.
What the post was about. Thank you so much for throwing in your tidbits about how you feel about women's sports. But that's not what the post was about. That's not where you were attacking me. So let's stay focused on the
Sorry,
concept.
I don't want to cut you off. I'm gonna let you cook. I'm just saying.
You definitely do want to cut me off. It's what you're.
The only reason I just said what I said though is because of what you said earlier about me not protecting women's sports. I just wanted to be clear. That was the only thing I wanted to say about that specific take. But go ahead.
I never said you didn't protect women's sports. I said I thought it was ironic that post was on your page.
You judge me.
Yes. And you make it very easy to judge you, okay?
Thank
by
you.
your answer,
I love that.
your choice of words. You make it very easy. Now let's get back to the relevance of this conversation.
I get a lot of pussy, by the way. Just throwing it out there. But go ahead.
That's great for you. Congratulations.
Sister,
now let's go back to the topic at hand, which was you feeling like I was not even allowed to have a conversation about football. That is the truth here, because only statement I made was about how that man felt about Shador. That was it. I didn't talk about Shador's gameplay, which I could, but I didn't because that wasn't relevant to the conversation.
You can't though.
So, but that's where you and I are going to continue to disagree.
Man, you don't know what a 3 technique is. You can't.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter because you're not that skilled in a lot of other sports, yet you still comment on them. And do you know how many journalists, JB, you gotta be quiet. You have to listen to understand.
I got you.
Do you know how many great journalists and commentators who have never played the game that they comment on? If we attacked Skip Bayless in this way, we would probably be sued. We would be sued. If we attacked every single person who has never played football or basketball or tennis or flag football that's now becoming very popular and it's forcing people to talk about it. If you were only qualified to discuss things that you have done, all of you guys would be out of a job. So you can be qualified to talk about something without actually physically doing it at a high level. The difference between me and another female analyst and journalist is I have experience in the game. I have experience playing the game. I have experience learning the game. I have a son that plays football. I played football. My ex-husband was in the NFL. I've dated the guys. I've talked about the guys. At points in my life, it was nothing but football in my household. So to sit here and tell me because I don't know what a certain, whatever you just said was, means I'm disqualified from coaching the athlete mentally. And when you talk about you can't coach an athlete mentally, this is why mental health is not taken seriously enough. Because I don't care what their skill level is. You guys are looking at a lot of young athletes that are struggling outside of the field, right? Well, a lot of times that's where I come in. I teach them how to put that aside, deal with life issues, and still be a great football player.
I don't want to hear from a female though.
That's you.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't think. Yup. I ain't gonna lie, chat. Emotional support. Is that the best? Is that the best job to? I'm not saying women don't have a role on a football field, right? I know some great women trainers. You know what I'm saying? They definitely can get you right on the recovery table for sure. There's a role for women in a football facility for sure. But the emotional support, I don't know if that's it. Because if y'all emotions ain't all the way together on a regular basis, how you keeping somebody else intact? You know what I'm saying? I just don't know about that shit. You know what I mean? I might be with JB on that one. As bad as it sound, I might be with JB on that one, chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. What we talking about, chat? Jay Zilla said he responded off emotions and possibly never be to one of these women's games. Yeah, it don't sound like he been to an LFL game. It doesn't sound like he been to one. The Tez Down said, I covered this today as well. He made a valid point until she got in her feelings. Yeah, the Tez Down said, and that's where I went in. I got to go back and check you out, bro. I was on your stream, but I wasn't there when you were talking about this.
But guess what? A lot of athletes do. You're 1%. JB, you are 1%.
No, I'm
you
not.
are 1%. I have thousands of messages from a lot of my athletes that have thanked me for my contributions in their careers. So you are one person that feels like You
Can I be
don't
real?
want to. And I'm gonna
Can
be
I be
honest
real?
with you.
Watch this part, plug.
Maybe if you listen to women more, you wouldn't have had so many failures in your career because
Right.
women like us help guide you in the right direction and help you get the words on paper and help you articulate yourself without using so much profanity and attacking the athlete so much. This is what a woman does. So to say that we
Football ain't a place for all that soft-spoken shit. She talking about learn how to articulate yourself with all the profanity. Football is it's a level of war. Don't overtake what I'm saying. Don't undertake what I'm saying. It's a level of, we put on armor. We run out there 11 on 11, and we cracking skulls. We running full speed. We muscular, grown men, and we crashing into each other over and over and over. We looking out for each other. Some people, there's double team schemes. You got pulling guards at 300 pounds that run 4.740s coming to take a linebacker's head off that's trying to blitz up the A gap. You got you got chop blocks, dirty stuff. Don't get caught on the bottom of a fumble, pal. You understand what I'm saying? This shit is a man's game. All that soft feminine touch shit. No. See, no. That's why, and that's what I'm saying. I'm with JB on the female coaching shit. All that gentle touch shit, all that Tony Dungy shit, man, take that shit to basketball, take that shit to tennis, take that somewhere else, bro. Football is a man's game. Football is a man, ain't no room. That's why Caleb Williams ain't gonna succeed. Until Caleb Williams stop painting his fingernails, stop switching when he walk, and stop talking and put a little bit of bass in his voice, he'll never prosper in the NFL. This shit is a man's game. Testosterone. She talking about JB need to stop talking with profanity and all that. Man, I was getting cussed out. I started playing football, full contact football with pads on at 6 years old. I got cussed out the second day of practice. Cussed out by a grown man. This is a man's game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Your kid might not have a lick of athleticism in him, but if you want him to learn where he fall on the pecking order of men and amongst men, he put him in football for a few years so he can go learn about himself. He gonna go learn about himself playing football. Joe Jett said, I think the problem with women kicking open certain doors is the idea that women can do it and not the best person. But this is used in reverse to shame men to be inclusive. Yep, exactly. Nail on the head. Just because you can do it don't mean you could do it at a high enough level to qualify for this job that there's also 50 men applying for. You see what I'm saying? You can do it, but are you the best person for the job? And oftentimes when it comes to coaching football, the answer is no when it comes to a woman doing so. And that's just what it is. The Tez down said timestamp 3 hours from TBT part 2. I got you. Joe Jett said if the women can get it done, then show it going through the ranks. Pee-wee, high school, college, and then pro. Not straight to the NFL. Facts. Classic. Talk that shit. Facts. Joe Jett, facts. Yeah. But let's let her finish her wisdom.
Should not be a part of the conversation. Lets me know your level of intelligence is a lot less than I thought it was. So just know this. I'm going to continue. Remember I said this. It is, what's today's date? August.
Remember, 7th. I said your emotions are showing why you can't coach football.
Yes, I am emotional because I'm passionate about who I am and what I've done.
Well, but when I'm passionate, I'm the asshole when I'm passionate, huh?
No, you're not being an asshole because of passion.
You're a fucking clown.
You're an asshole because of your choice of words.
You're a clown. Ain't nobody trying to hear you. Hold on.
You're now. I got it.
No, look at him. Look at him trying to simp. Look at him trying to simp. Look at him trying to simp. Y'all see him, chat? Y'all see him, chat? Him right here. Him right here. Look at the mouse. Him right here. Look at him getting ready to simp. Don't step in. Don't step in. That man was having a civilized conversation with this woman. They was respectfully disagreeing. She started praying on his, start talking down on his career, talking about his failures, talking about his lack of articulation, talking about his use of profanity. Profanity has a place in articulation. Profanity has a place in the English language. It has a place. Now, people who are excessive or profane to a fault, there's a such thing as that. But JB is pure entertainment. And there's been a lot of amazing, legendary entertainers that rooted a lot of their entertainment in profanity. Bernie Mac cussed like a sailor. You understand? There's so many. I'm not gonna get into a whole list because I don't want to go off on a tangent. But this woman engaged in conversation with this man with a very manly presence, right? Look at her in the freeze frame. Look at this energy. She this close to the camera. She's snarling. She got her mane is out. You know what I'm saying? Her mane is out. Her beard thicker than mine right now. So when you engage like that and he meets you, he's meeting her where she's at. You here, brother, it's not your job to come in and break nothing up. They on the internet, everybody's physically safe. He ain't gonna punch on her through the screen. Let them go ahead and have it out. Some men argue with women, some men don't. I don't argue with women. You got it. You right. It matters to you more than me. You got it. You right. I don't care. But he's choosing to engage. And I'm going to enjoy. This dude needs to stop. He trying to sit up and, all right, JB. No, don't talk to JB. Talk to her. Talk to her.
You can insult me, but I kind of saw you, right?
I'm coming at you. I'm saying, I'm talking about the whole situation now.
I have not called you out of your name.
Bullshit, homie.
I have not called you out of your name.
All y'all bark, but don't want to bite back. So you can start something.
Maybe the fact that I'm on your show, let's know that I'm all bark. I'm I'm all bites. The fact that I'm on here, I could have. You see how many followers I have?
Yeah. Again, my point I'm making to you real quick. They don't text you and call you for advice. They want to fuck you.
So I wanted it to land right there. I know that took a little bit, but I know that was gonna land because they went back and forth, man. This was probably one of the most intense crash outs I've seen. He exposed her, and like it made me just think, like, man, can women have conversations in any environment? When can a woman take their emotions out of a conversation and just have a conversation? Because she called him a failure before that, and that's what he was talking about. Like, no, I called you a clown because you just called me a failure. But when I say something, I'm an a-hole. But when I call you out, then she starts to play a victim role for a little bit. He called that out too. What are your thoughts about some of that entertainment there? And that was all because of her post about Sean King, who said that Shador was emotionally immature.
Yeah, what is that? Why do people keep trying to build this narrative? Let's get to the comments. The Tez down said women can coach, but it's not an open door. And I think that's what she doesn't understand. She double talked her way out of the support that we had for her. I ain't had no support for her. My support to the truth. The Tez down said she overstepped to him and he stepped to her back. Dude wanted to simp because she was cute and black. It happens to men a lot. She's not my type. The Tez down said Eddie Murphy stand up about Bill Cosby. Example of the cursing. Oh, yeah, for sure. And Eddie Murphy's a legend. Souls of Thought said, yes, I needed you on this one. We will have to pay attention if they crash again. Oh, for sure, for sure. Soul said, watch the whole episode when you free. See how many followers I have. LOL. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy because what does that have to do with anything? You feel me? That's kind of wild. But let's see what the guys got to say, and then we're going to move into the rest of the show.
And she said, tell me that you don't like a person without telling me you don't like them.
Ooh-wee. That was a lot to take in. Let me process for a second.
It was pretty interesting. Like I thought
it was intense.
Yeah, I thought it was very unique, the conversation. Like if you watch the whole 30 minutes because he pointed out a lot. He even goes deep at the end to talk about why Ted Ginn Sr. uses her as one of his trainers. And she crashed out. She crashed out. I don't know if you want to see that part. It's like at the tail end. Like she crashed out, dog. Like,
I am unfamiliar with her. I don't know who she is or what she does. I have no clue. I've never seen her before. Is that her on the thumbnail?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
JB does have a point. She does look. she does look. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. That was a lot, man. I understand her getting emotional. I can understand her getting emotional. I'm not gonna take nothing away, and I can understand why he bit back. and I understand that. I wish I could have heard what bro got. What's the dude name? Black guy.
Oh, he didn't say nothing. She only came up there because she knows Smitty.
Oh, that's Smitty. Okay, Smitty.
Yeah.
I wanted to see what Smitty was going to say after that tape.
He didn't say anything. He tried to protect her later on, and like JB was like, "No, bro. Like they say something, we should be allowed to speak back. It's not a one-sided conversation." And he was stating that that's why he doesn't feel women should be in men's sports. Like he doesn't feel that women shouldn't do sports, but they shouldn't cross the threshold into men's sports at all.
Like they shouldn't referee, like they shouldn't coach.
He said they don't he don't feel like they understand it, and they never played the game before.
That ain't fair.
I think he has a great point, Plug. I ain't gonna lie, Souls. I'm with JB on that. I don't know that it benefits anything. You know, women do things from an emotional lens. You know what I mean? Like, and men, some of the men already get emotional enough. We don't need somebody who's rooted in emotion, you know, refereeing the game. I done said something slick to you, and now I got to deal with this all season every time you own my games because you won't let it go type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just little dumb shit like that. You know what I mean? I done got into it with men's referees before. So, you know, last thing I need is some female telling me, you know, this, that, and the third and the fourth, because all the teams I ever played on, I've been the captain. So I got to interact with the referees. And a lot of I ain't never met a referee that I like, to be honest with you. That's first and foremost. But a lot of referees be trash. You know what I'm saying? And so, but you have to talk to them. And sometimes I try to go about it. You start off respectful, but the more garbage they are, you know what I mean? You just, the shit could take a turn. You know what I mean? I've thrown a ball at a referee head before. Facts. But it wasn't in like a school game, but it happened. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? We definitely don't. I think JB got a point. I never really thought about it like that hard, but when I think about it, shit, let the women referee the women, let the women coach the women, let the women, you know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know, let the men's sports be men's sports. And again, there's roles and jobs for women at the facility. I don't think women shouldn't be involved in men's sports, right? Because they do great jobs as, you know, physical therapists and things like that, and trainers and stuff like that. But in regards to getting over into the coaching, I think when it comes to football in particular as well, I think you're always going to find a man who's better for the job. I think the absolute best female football coach should still be coaching girls, or a high school or college, not even head coach in college. Like, there's going to be a man that's better. You know what I'm saying? It's some trash ass men coaches. Don't get it twisted. But generally speaking, if you're looking for the best person for the job, it's probably not going to be a woman that interviewed the best for the job. And if that's the case, give her a shot. We have to see it. But I've never seen it before. I'm just offering my honest opinion on it.
That part of it ain't fair. Now, he can feel that way, that they shouldn't be coaching or they shouldn't be refereeing. But I mean, women got knowledge of the game. It's a lot of dudes I be running that ain't got knowledge of the game. They ain't never played the game. You know what I'm saying? I know plenty of dudes that don't play the game, that doesn't have any knowledge of the game, that don't know. They couldn't tell you probably 4 or 5. They probably can't go past their team and tell you, man, Michigan, no, that's college. They probably don't even know. You know what I'm saying? They probably don't know half the teams in the NFL. They probably don't know the divisions. They don't know.
Speaking of that, real quick, Souls of Thought, I need you to accept my invitation into the Classic Codes Fantasy Football League. Is there anybody else in the chat? Chat 333. I'm talking to y'all. Is there anybody, even, I don't know if y'all driving, I don't know what y'all doing. I need y'all to talk back to me real quick. We got 1 slot left in the fantasy league. 1 slot left in the fantasy league. We're trying to get it to 10 teams. I think I'm at 9. Souls, I need you to accept your invite. Is there anybody else who want to get in my fantasy league? My fantasy league drafts IDP, which is individual defensive players. We do not do team defense. You have to draft a defense, corners, linebackers, linemen. So it's involved, okay? Anybody else trying to get into my league, in the chat. It's for the chat. This is the Classic Codes Chat 333 Fantasy League. Like I said, we sitting at 9 teams. We got 1 more spot left. We'll discuss how much the league is going to be. I'll discuss it with the league members. We'll come up with a dollar amount that everybody agrees on. It don't have to be nothing heavy. It's all of our first year inside of my fantasy system. It's like no other, and I need 1 more head for the league. He said, I did. He said, I just did. Hope I did it correct. I never used Yahoo. I'm sure you did. I'll check in a second. Thank you, Souls. Thank you. I need one more here. Joe Jet, you do fantasy. Miles, you do fantasy. Anybody, talk to me. This is a break into action. Anybody else trying to get in the Classic Codes Fantasy League? I got room for one more, chat. This is for the chat. I already run 2 leagues. Now y'all got me running a 3rd. So this for y'all. Ted said, I wanted to show this entire segment. Souls and Plug were on point. Yeah, I mean, why rush through the stream if you got time? Miles Batchelor said, the irony is that men face pushback for voicing an opinion against inclusiveness. Perfect example. A stud at my job uses the men's room. I can't say anything. No, you'll lose your job. You got to keep the bread coming in. Shout out to Miles in the chat. What up, my boy? 333.
Classic.
Miles, you ready to come on stream one of these days, man? You ready to get on the Men's Minute panel? What's going on, man? We need your voice. The Tears Down said, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's highly improbable. Absolutely, and that's okay.
Classic.
And that's okay. We gotta be comfortable saying the truth out loud. We can't be bullied by women's scrutiny to not say the truth out loud. The best football coach is probably gonna be a man for every job. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, head coach. We don't even, the fucking position coach, footwork coach, the lineman coach is going to be a man, and that's okay. That's the reality. We can say it out loud. We don't have to feel uncomfortable about it. The women will be okay.
Classic.
They've dealt with worse. The Tears Down said she would be a unicorn coach. I'm not against having women as a part of the sport, not playing against men, but if they prove their value the way every man does, and it's a lot of vetting, then yeah. For what though? Like they got their own jobs, bro. Like this is why gender roles come into play. Like for what though? Like why? Like listen, they're great trainers, great physical. They're great for like the actual rest and recovery, recuperation, the nutritionist. All of those jobs are open to women all day long. We need this football. It's 100% entry sport. There's plenty of space for women on the staff, but should they be coaching? Probably not. If you're looking for the best person for the job. That's just what it is. Joseph said, if you don't get one, I'll jump on. No, we need you. You the person I was waiting on. I just told Norris the other day. I said I'm gonna see if Joe Jet joined. Joe, hit my email right now, broski. I'm finna put it in the chat. I'm about to put my email in the chat right now. Hit my email and I'm gonna send you the invite to the league. I don't want you to put your email in here. This email is okay for everybody to see. I don't want you to put your email in here. Get my email out the chat, Joe. Can you email me now? Because we're trying to set up the draft. You know, we're trying to set up the draft like either, I think, Sunday. So I'm trying to find a time that works for everybody on Sunday. So I need you to accept your invite so I can get everything situated for y'all. Yes, sir. He said if you don't got one, we need you. Go ahead, hit me, bro. Yes, sir. Miles Batchelor said, I'll watch my team and whoever they play. Who is your team, Miles? Cigar night, but promise one day soon. Yeah, for sure. Jay Zilla said chat 333 has a fantasy league and no other chats have that ding ding crash dummy.
Classic.
Nah, man, look, everybody gonna be on the stream when the fantasy season kick off, talking about how they beat each other this week or how they getting ready to whoop everybody. He said, okay, I'm in. My dog.
Classic.
My dog. Yeah, my scoring system, everything different. Y'all gonna really enjoy it. Y'all will never see fantasy the same. It's on steroids. For sure. Anybody got videos, TikToks, anything y'all want me to react to, that's my email address. Y'all send it to my email. If y'all got something y'all want me to react to, or y'all could DM me on the social platforms. DM me on TikTok, DM me on Instagram. Send me stuff y'all want me to react to. I do this shit for y'all every day, man. Miles Batchelor, 6bird. Oh, you like Pittsburgh? Oh, yeah, you did tell me you like the Steelers. I'm with that. Tez Down said, we the ones. Tez, I'm letting you know right now. I don't know how many times I'm going to play against you this year, but you're not beating me, bro. I know you finna draft funny. I know he finna draft funny. I'm going to tell y'all who I'm worried about in the fantasy league right now. Hold on. We done with the Souls of Thought. Man, shout out to Souls of Thought and Uncle Plug TV with the No Middleman panel. We going to wrap this segment up. Let me just freelance a little bit before we go into the next segment. I'm gonna tell y'all right now who gonna be top dog. He said, "May the best team win." It's me. It's me.
Classic.
I'm just gonna talk my shit real quick. Out of the people in the fantasy league, we got that be in the chat. Everybody from the chat for the most part. I'm only worried about Souls, I ain't even worried. Actually, I'm not worried about none of y'all. I'm not worried about none of y'all. But as far as teams, I think before the draft even take place, teams I think that's going to be a problem for my team, like a real, okay, I can't have nobody hurt this week. I need to bring my best. So's the thought. I'm worried about his team in fantasy. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to deal with them. We're going to have to deal with them. It is what it is. We're going to deal with them too. But it's going to be some shit. And Lisa, y'all be seeing Lisa in the chat. She in the fantasy league. Who else? She probably gonna have a good team. Don't work. Don't sleep. It's like 3 girls in the league. Don't sleep. And that's it. I think them too. I think I'm a whoop plug, Uncle Plug TV. Somebody tell him I said it. Tez, however many times I see him, we gonna put belt to ass on Tez. Who else? Who else in the league? Joe Jet finna get in the league. We gonna have to see. Cause see, Joe don't get too much on the sports tapes. So we gonna have to see what he do. Joe Jet might be the dark horse.
Classic.
Joe Jet might be the dark horse. The tears down, may the best team win. Boy, you funny, boy. It's me. But yeah, let's get into the rest of the show, chat. Let's move in. Let's move on. So we got a question of the day. Dope question of the day. Shout out to Ye, the young bull from the Men's Minute, my dog Ye. He sent this over to me. So let's talk about it, chat. Here we go. Who comes first? Who comes first? This is the question of the day. In a man's life, in a man's personal life, who comes first? Wifey, mom, best friend, or the kids? In a man's personal life, who comes first? Wifey, mom, best friend, or the kids? And why? Elaborate on this for me, chat. Expound on it. I need some greater understanding on this one. Who do y'all think comes first in a man's personal life? And let's be real, because you know we got ladies in the chat. They're not always talkative, right? But we got ladies in the chat too, and they watch the channel and they watch the content, and they can learn some things about our perspective from us just being open and honest. Even though you know all the fellas in here talking right now. Ted said, "I got a sound strategy." Yeah, all right, Ted, did you look at how the rosters are set up yet? You never drafted like this before. You don't even know how to go about it, bro. You cooked. So's the thought said, big facts. This one will be interesting because it's about individuals knowing all the positions. Yeah. See, it's gonna be an issue. But let's get into this question of the day. We can talk fantasy all day. We're gonna have to do a stream where we all get on here. We could do it tonight, actually. We all do a stream where we all get on here and we chop it up about it. We could do the draft. I'm gonna probably stream my draft. The tears down. Yes, I did. That's how my draft was last year. Okay. So you got some experience. So it ain't no excuses when I put belt to ass in. So question of the day, who comes first in a man's personal life? Talk to me, chat. What we doing? Y'all don't want to get off sports. Who comes first in a man's personal life? Wifey, mom, best friend, or the kids? Now I'm gonna tell you, when this was sent to me, chat, I had to take a long, hard look at this one because obviously, if you have all 4 of these, right? So let's say the man has a wife, a mom, best friend, and kids. Who comes first in their personal life? You know, obviously it's not going to be their mom. Obviously it's not going to be their best friend. So you could narrow it down to wife and kids. I don't think if you have your wife, your mom, your best friend, and your kids, I don't think your best friend should be a real option. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's just me. And then you got your mom, but your mom's supposed to still be with your dad. And if she not, she hopefully finds somebody because you can't be your mom's man forever, right? So it shouldn't be your mom if you got a wife. So between the wife and kids, for me, is what it narrows down to. But what y'all think, chat? Mal said, gotta go. Catch y'all later. All right, Miles, be easy, dog. Chat 333. We appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Jay Zilla said his daughter, then God, then his wife, his mom, his son, then his best friend should align with him. Is what it is. Okay, this is a lot. He said his daughter should be. So if he has it, so now we taking it further. Okay, let's walk with Jay Zilla for a minute, chat. So he's saying the man has a son and a daughter, a wife and a mom and a best friend. So he's saying his daughter should come first. then God. So you put your daughter in front of God, okay, and then his wife, and then his mom, and then his son. So essentially put all the women in front of any males, and then his best friend should align with him. So you put all the women in front of any males. Okay, unique perspective. Unique perspective. The tears down said each situation is different. I think it alternates between wife and kids. Yeah, I think it's really a two-part question. I don't really think all four of these are an option for real. I think it's a two-part question. Soft Rain said wife, kids, mom, best friend. Okay. So the wife should come first in front of the kids. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Ted said God comes first. Right. God not an option though. We know that. We know that God comes first for everybody, or should. But in a man's personal life, I would say, I'm gonna give y'all another option. I'm gonna give y'all another answer since we putting shit on, we answering with stuff that ain't on there. He should put himself first. Shit. What you gonna do for any of them? You don't get yourself situated and keep yourself situated. So I think who comes first in a man's personal life, the answer is the man himself. And then from there, we could go into this list. But, a man who hasn't regulated himself, stabilized himself, learned himself, disciplined himself, those men, regardless of their list of priorities, aren't going to be as useful. So, or as productive, or as efficient, or as reliable, etc. So I think he should put himself first and then go from there. But if I had to answer just based off of this list, excluding that, I like Soft Rain's list. I think when he gets to a certain point, though, like, I think I might swap out best friend. I might put best friend in front of mom just because I'm blessed. Like, my mom still got my dad. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, she got her own thing. Like, I don't need her to be that high on my list. I'm a man, at that point, you a man with your own setup going on. So, but like your best friend, if you got a real solid best friend, like, like my closest friend, like we make money together. We, what I'm saying? We more than just friends. We motivation to each other, inspiration. You know what I'm saying? It's family, it's business, it's all of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you should be able to break bread with your brothers and all of that. Like the best friend in certain spaces and stages in your life, your homeboy, you might put it in front of your old lady, depending on what phase of life y'all in, for a lot of different reasons. Like I said, especially if you got some business going on. The tears down said every head of household in nuclear families is the man. If he has a good wife, then she will fall too. 3, depending on how much attention the kids need. But any real wife knows this. I'm with you. Shout out to the chat, man. I thought this was an interesting question. Again, shout out to Ye with Six Society. The Six Society question of the day. Let's do it like that. This is the Six Society question of the day. Make sure y'all go shop Six Society. Go to the Instagram, Six Society, SIKK Society. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I think this is a very interesting question. I think men should ask themselves this. They should have an understanding of this, because I think consciously thinking about it will allow you to move accordingly. Shout out to Uncle Plug. It'll allow you to move accordingly a little bit better. Like consciously having your priorities, spelled out to yourself, for sure. All right, so anybody watching from Classic Code Sports right now, stream ending on Classic Code Sports, slide over to the Classic Codes. Yes, Lord. Soft Rain said, Souls, why does the wife come last? Wait, I missed that. I missed something? I missed Souls of Thought. He said, mom, kids, best friend, then wife. Ooh, Shake up the game, dog. I totally missed that.
Natural born crash dummy. And he go crash out. He go crash out.
My dog said the mom comes first, kids come next, best friend third, and the wife comes last. And then he got Mom Dukes first. You got Mom Dukes first, bro? You got some explaining to do. You got some explaining to do. Jay Zilla says, Suzo says it's God. People first, then money, then things. God, people first, then money, then things. Okay. I don't see how that pertains to the question, though, Jay Zilla. You just doing your own thing in the chat, huh? Souls of Thought said, wives are the only ones in the group who will leave you even under a covenant. Damn! Can't argue with a good point. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Classic.
You cannot argue with a good point. I needed him to explain it, and he explained it. That's his rationale. He said his list is put the moms first. So your list is in order of the people. Your list is in order of the people with the least conditions on their love for you and back. So your mama gonna love you as close to unconditional as a human can in most instances. Your child would be right behind that. Your best friend would be right in front of the woman as far as probability to leave, right? And then your woman would be out of the four. He's saying your woman would be most likely to leave, even under some form of a covenant or an agreement. Hey, that man just explained himself.
Classic.
Hey, his rationale for his list makes complete and total sense. Whether I don't think it matches my list, but it makes complete and total sense. For sure. Soft Rain said maybe if you would put the wife first, she wouldn't leave. No, she'll leave faster.
Classic.
Prioritize her. She'll leave faster. Put her first. Said you put your mother first, you're gonna forever be single. Lisa coming to chat swinging.
Classic.
You coming to chat swinging. Said you put your mama first, you're gonna forever be single. Hey, you put your Souls of Thought says stats say different. Hey, he's standing 2 feet in the paint. He said, hey, he 2 feet in the paint. He said, now what y'all talking about? Let's get to it, people. Let's figure this list out. Who comes first in a man's life? We have a bout brewing in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to rumble.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance, standing at 6'2", 190 pounds.
I love this shit. I love this shit, chat. Souls of Thought said, Lisa, yes, chasing black women. Oh, no.
Classic.
Oh, no.
Natural born crash dummy.
Here we go. The Tez down said the wife can't come first in 90% of situations. I'm convinced. Tez, please elaborate. Please elaborate. Tez, you free? I know you'll come up here. I know you'll click the link. Anybody free to click should I drop the link, chat? Chat, should I drop the link? How y'all feeling today? It's Thursday evening. No, y'all off work by now. What y'all want me to do? Y'all tell me. If I should drop the link, drop a 333. I don't know who all gonna click on it. I don't know who coming up, but if I should drop the link, drop a 333. I need to see what's going on. So my man Souls of Thought, this is where we at with it. Okay. Shout out to Souls of Thought. I got the best chat, and I'm telling you, I have the best chat on all streaming platforms. Is this shit not unanimous?
Classic.
Is it not unanimous? Souls of Thought said, my man started off by saying he came in swinging first off because he said the list. We're discussing who should come first in a man's personal life. My man said his mom, kids, best friend, then wife, right? Soft Rain had a question. She said, Souls, why does the wife come last? Souls of Thought said, I have an answer. Wives are the only ones on the list in the group who will leave you even under a covenant. Soft Rain said maybe if you would put your wife first, she wouldn't leave. Lisa said you put your mother first, you're gonna be single forever. Souls of Thought said stats say different, and he said Lisa, yes, chasing black women.
Natural born crash dummy.
Okay, here we go. Now, Jay Zilla, I'm finna drop the link, Tez. I'm finna drop the link, Tez. I gotta make sure the people got everything. We gotta get the people caught up. It's going down in the chat. It's going down in the chat. Here go the link. Anybody can click the link, just so y'all know it's not restricted to Cortez. Anybody who want to come up can to discuss this matter. I knew this question of the day was gonna be some shit. Took a second to get going, but we here now. Jay Zilla said he's convinced. Soft Rain said yes. 70% of women initiate divorce, but that's because the husband didn't put them first. Now, where you get that from? Where'd you get that from?
I'm only gonna do this once.
Is that what is that? Okay, so I'm with you. 70% of women initiate divorce. That's rooted in data and information that's available to us all. I'm with you. But that's because the husband didn't put them first. I'm not with you. You have to give me something to substantiate that that's true, that the women are initiating divorces because they're not being put first. You would have to give me something to substantiate that. I see you, Tez. Give me a second. Souls of Thought said only black women would make that statement. Working in mental health shows any man who has a great relationship with his mother has the capacity to have the same love for the woman in his life. My man coming with real explanations now. Lisa said, if that's your experience, I'm sure plenty of women not black who will have a problem with you putting your mother first. Oh, okay. So she's saying shit, that ain't no color thing. Women in general don't want nobody putting their mama in front of them as a wife. Let's do it. Let's do it. Shout out to Cortez, man. What's going on, my boy?
What's happening, brother?
Hey, man, it's inflammatory in the chat today. It's inflammatory.
Yes, it is. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for continually giving me content when I'm talking to myself on the YouTube. Thank you. Y'all give me all the content that I need. That way I'm not getting DMC struck by somebody else's show like I did this morning.
Man,
listen. Oh man, Souls didn't do that to me. Classic didn't do that to me. Blah 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 did that to me. Okay. Yeah, let me say this. Okay, April, I understand how you feel. Y'all just want to come first in everything that y'all do. Y'all want to. It always got to be about y'all, right? How come you don't understand that if you got a man that's doing the man stuff, then that man comes first? I'm gonna tell you this right now. You know, I was raised by the old school, grandparents, parents, always worked the same way. As soon as a man stopped being first, that's when everything started falling apart. Your mom doesn't count. Your mom's not going to leave you. It's your mom. If she did leave you, then I'm sorry. But if you got a good mama to even be in the conversation, she's not going nowhere. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? Mama's not going nowhere. Your kids are your kids, especially if you're paying child support. So I'm just keeping it 100. The wife will leave whenever she feels suit, no matter if you're taking care of her or not, because they just decide to go when they feel like going. They might get a little bit bored. You're too perfect. They want some trauma. They want some drama. They want to they want other people to pay them attention. I've never heard that until, recently, that the wife, she feels like she has to be the center point of your universe. Let me tell you something. We tell young men to not worry about women, to get their money up, to pay attention to their studies, to hone your craft and not pay attention to women. It's the same thing when you get one. If she becomes the center point of your life, then you no longer are focusing on everything that's actually important to you.
Classic.
You're not doing it. Because
women are it's crazy. Let me get in here, Tez. It's crazy because they'll want you to put them first, but they're most attracted to men of purpose. And a man of purpose has his purpose first. So it's another that would be another example, in my opinion, of women giving men advice that works against them. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when a woman, you ask your female best friend, oh, should I bring flowers to this first date? And she's like, yeah, like I would love flowers on the first date. Yeah, you should definitely do it. And then you go on the first date with a fucking 2 dozen roses, and the chick says you love bomb.
You ever did that?
Yeah, I've love bomb
Yeah.
due to bad advice from a female.
Yeah,
I'm asking the
bad
female,
advice.
like, should I, yeah, I'm like, hey, should I?
Yeah.
Hey, you think I'm thinking about you? Feel me? Whoa, and then
Yeah.
that's so romantical. Like, oh my god, all the things, all the shit they be saying. Oh, my mama
Yeah.
did that shit. On God, got ghosted like Casper. Hello.
Classic.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
You were
listen,
too intense. You were too intense for me.
Yeah. It was. But look,
Yeah.
let me catch up in the chat though, because they going to war. Lisa said, if that's your experience, I'm sure plenty of women not black who will have a problem with you putting your mother first. So's the thought said, a lie don't care who tells it, Lisa. LOL. Jay Zilla said, Life Jennings ended up alone. He started publicly putting his woman first. He did put your woman first, and he is by himself. Soft Rain said, lack of emotional support, lack of intimacy, infidelity, putting his friends first. All of that leads to him not putting his wife first. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to speak to that, Soft Rain. So him having her fourth on the list doesn't mean she has to lack, right? It just means, right. So it doesn't mean that he doesn't put down the phone for his best friend, or, talk to the woman when the kids are resting and check in on her, or, when he's done working. Or, you get what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that he doesn't come to see. I think the women see it as a list of 4 and last. They just see last, right? We could have, it might be 20 priorities on the list. Being fourth is not, you know what I'm saying? It's not last of them all. You feel what I'm saying? I think.
Can I offer a scenario here?
Sure. Let me just catch up on these comments real quick because they dumping. So we're gonna have more as we go. Soul said this is for content purposes. Jay Zilla said all secondhand influence information purposes only. Soft Rain said purpose wasn't on the initial list, so I get it. Right. Well, purpose wasn't on the list for sure, but I'm saying, like, okay, so if a man is a man of purpose and that's first, right? But it's not on this list. We know that's first. And then out of the other 4 things on the list, okay, let's put those 4 in order. You could, depending on it, I think I'm with you, Cortez, when you said it depends on the setup, right? Because
it's the setup.
I could see a situation where a man could have his best friend second on that list.
Yeah.
I could never see a situation where your best friend first. Or out of those 4, I can't see a situation where
your best friend don't want to be first.
Right, but I could see a scenario where a guy could put best friend second.
Yeah, best friend could definitely go second.
I could see that.
That best friend has gone second.
Yeah, Lisa said, I have black brothers who always put their families first before moms because they know that mom's love is unwavering. Great point. They throwing. No, they throwing. Geez, hey, that's a great point, bro. Listen, he came with an uppercut. He land. She took that. She come back with a hook. She land. Soul's coming back. Here we go, Lisa. I can't argue or debate with you because you using personal experiences. I draw the line on personal experiences out of respect. So he's saying he can't argue or debate with the personal experience.
Soul's got game, bro.
But that boy be spitting, boy. That boy know where to cut it off. He know where to. Hey,
Soul's got game. I love it, Norris. I love it. I love it.
Oh, Lisa said the blocks are off the track.
Oh man.
Oh, so she said, "Go ahead, just speak freely."
Okay, I mean, we got to keep going there, right?
No, I mean, shit. We just having a conversation. Right? Let's just keep it general.
You doing one of the things right now that's very near and dear to my heart, and that's content creation, right? But your content creation is not for just making people laugh or any just one purpose. It's actually for awareness for what people face every single day. It gives you the keys and the codes on how to get. We used to call them wisdom keys back in the day. Y'all don't try to take that. It's already patented. Not by me, but that's why I didn't call my show that. You know what I'm saying? Those are things that you need to move through life. And if you have, and I'm going to tell you, if you put 100 men in the room, 100 married men, you put 100 divorced men in the room, and you put 100 single dudes in the room, I guarantee you the majority of the people are going to have the exact same answer. And that's, hey, let me tell you, the married men going to tell you, oh, you can't put your wife first. The divorced men gonna tell you definitely can't put your wife first. And the guy that's not married, they might be the ones that be like, well, you might be able to put her first. You know, her best friend told me I need to put her first. Let me put this into perspective here. Classic, you have a hand, right?
Yeah.
Can you do an illustration with me? I want you to put one down real quick. I want you to close your thumb. I did four shows today, including this one, right? 4 shows today. I knew you was gonna do that. But I did 4 shows today. On top of doing 4 shows today, I'm in hour, what is this, hour 4? I'm in hour 4 of 42 hours that I'm gonna work over the weekend. I've already worked this week. I've been working from Sunday and all the way to Wednesday, and I got another 42 hours. Well, now 38. You know what I'm saying? 38 left. So you're telling me that if I have a woman, is she gonna tell me that I have to pick it between her or one of these jobs? But here's the thing about that. If I have a woman, now we're not talking about my personal life here. We're talking about, shout out to Souls again. We're talking about just the facts. So I gotta work, I gotta create, I have to be able to make sure that I have something to put on the table, right? The table that red table they all like talking about. I gotta bring something to it, right? I gotta be the table, I gotta put something on top of the table. How am I supposed to put anything on top of the table if I'm worshiping the table? Y'all want to be the table, be the table. But nobody just has a table for table's purposes. The table holds things. Hold this. Hold this L that I'm throwing at you for one to be first, since you want to be the table so bad. You know what? I ain't got no table in the car. I eat in the car when I'm at work. I eat in the car on the way to work. I eat in the car on the way home from work. I stand up eating. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to sacrifice that bag to have a table.
Natural born crash dummy. And he go crash out.
Right. You want to have a table so bad, but nothing to put on top of it because you spent your time worshiping the table. Go get the bag, brother. You got a kid. You made a kid. You laid down. You made one. You go get the bag and take care of your kid. Because let me tell you, if you like pretty women, like all of us do, and she leave you, where'd your table go? It went to somebody else to put something else on top of that table. And is she gonna leave him too? Because she won't. I'm telling you, it happens all the time. How many times Jennifer Lopez been engaged?
Now, why? See, boy, this boy is the name dropper of the century.
Natural born crash dummy.
Cortez ain't gonna come on not one stream without saying somebody first and last name.
Hey, I need the police.
Is that a bullet? Is that Teflon? Is that Teflon? Yo, ask the police, boy.
3A, bro. 3A. Ain't nobody shooting through this. You need bigger than an AK to get me. You know. You need bigger than an AK. I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna find as many excuses as they want.
We got a TKO in the chat. Soul said, "No, you win." He said, "I'm very real in this. My life and work surrounds this, so I will respectfully bow out. Lisa is the winner." Souls just took a L. We got a TKO in the chat.
That's the towel, bro.
That's a TKO. 6'2". We got a TKO in the chat. Our first one. Souls, what's your record in the chat, bro? What you 3-1? Have you lost to April? Have you lost to April? I don't know. I ain't giving out my scorecard. I don't want no smoke.
I think Souls. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think Souls took a dive so he could cash in the bag on the next rematch. He want to cash a bag on the rematch. I get it. I would do it too. If you got a bigger bag coming for the rematch, so go ahead and
Souls, what's your record? Real quick. Souls, what's your record in the chat? What you 3-1 now? One KO loss. Jay Zilla said your parents should come or play second string to the family you're putting together. Your best friend is going to hopefully play your role for a minimum of a couple of months in a time of tragedy. I don't know. It's different types of best friends out here. He said I'm 4-0. You just took an L.
Biblical. He talking biblical.
You just took an L. You just took an L. Souls, you can't be 4-0. You 4-1. Hold on, Souls, you 4-1 today. How you 4-0? You just got TKO. You threw in the towel. It's over with. You a spirit.
Throw in the damn towel.
Throw in the damn towel.
Throw in the damn towel.
Jay Zilla said kids don't play a role until they can contribute. They need all the resources until they willing or free feel ready. Shout out to Jay Zilla. He said I do power moves. Hey man, this shit chess, not checkers.
Hey, like I said, the rematch. Hey, everybody knows the rematch gonna cost a lot.
It's the rematch, punk.
The thriller in Manila won the big one. You know what I'm saying? That's the one everybody was talking about. But we need the third fight.
He said 48 laws of power. I know you. Yeah. Hey, but you still 4-1.
He says it's a moral victory. Okay.
No, hell no. I don't believe in those. I don't believe in those.
I think he don't believe.
Hell no. It's an L. It's over with.
I mean, you think does that make sense though, man? Like I get it. I get why they want to come first because everybody want to feel like they're the most important thing in your life. You know, they want dudes to worship them and to worship the ground they walk on. But here's the problem: I have not met a single woman that's not bored of that.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think, man. Women like for stuff to sound good out loud, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just like for stuff to sound good out loud. You give me a list of 4 and put me last on that list, I ain't fucking with it. Off rip. It don't even off rip. Is you know what I'm saying? They just like for shit to sound good out loud. It don't sound good. So because it don't sound good, it don't feel good. It don't feel good. I ain't trying to hear it. I got to change reality. You know what I'm saying? I got to change reality. When in actuality, they actually attracted to the man with Norris's list. They're attracted to the. No, yes, they are attracted to the man with his list.
What do they say? Not a dude that leads with his junk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or his wallet.
They don't want somebody to lead with their wallet or their junk. They want somebody that is worthy of them, have somebody they can respect and look up to, right? But how can you look up to and respect somebody?
They want the person they respect and look up to with the wallet and the junk.
With the wallet and the junk.
Yeah, don't leave that out. Lisa said, I personally believe it depends on the situation. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I can see
90% of the time the wife is coming second or third. I'm just keeping it
you know, third or fourth.
Yeah,
you know,
like 90% of the time. You're just not coming. You could come first sometimes, but not often. You can't come first often. You can't. First often, then you're gonna lose everything. You're gonna lose everything. Period. You're gonna lose the man because you're not gonna like him anymore. He probably gonna lose his money because he's spending too much time catering to you instead of doing his job. And then the kid's not gonna respect him either. And then the mom is definitely not gonna respect him because I didn't raise no punk. Come on now, preach. Especially if they black. Preach. We got black mamas. Act like black mamas wasn't wives. My mom was a wife. My stepmama is a wife. You know what I'm saying? And they both told me when I was young, hey, you spending too much time with Shorty.
Yeah.
So you're not focusing on what you're supposed to do.
So as a thought said, I'll wait to meet everyone at the meetup before I take the gloves off. Yeah, he need to feel some energy. He want to feel some energy. Hey, see what's to it. Lisa said, Cortez, you the breadwinner. The money always comes first. Yeah, you got to get that bag, or the family ain't on stable legs. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, we get so hung up on how shit sound out loud. It's the same reason why earlier in the conversation I said, hey, fellas, we could be comfortable telling the truth. Like, it's okay. Like, we just say it ain't always gonna sound good, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Jay Zilla said, what's up, Souls of Thought? You don't parry after you dodge. You mean after you slip. But you wouldn't. I mean, you normally would parry then slip, not necessarily slip then parry. Because if you slip, you already off the line. What I'm saying, if you slip first, you already off the line. So it's time to go on offense. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, you wouldn't necessarily slip and then block unless you're trying to change the angle. I don't know. That's an interesting
box. Get hit. That's what's gonna happen. Think about it. That's what they train you for, right? You train, I train. If you slip into a punch, you're going out. You get knocked out.
You listen. I don't. Yo, damn! I just had a flashback. I got hit with some shit. I got hit with some shit, boy. Woo! I'm great. I know I got a chin. I got hit with some shit. I'm talking about. I walked straight on to that bitch.
You ever backed up like this afterwards? Like you slip.
You gotta back up. You gotta back up.
You shuffle back. You shuffle back with the arms up.
Yeah, ain't no pride in there. Ain't no pride in there.
You gotta get hit. You gotta get hit in this lane.
This round 3. I think that's the hardest shot I ever got hit with, bro. And I because I stepped into it, I think that's the hardest shot I ever got hit with. It was a straight right hand, bro. I stepped right in. I slipped. He shot a 1-2, and I slipped the 1 and thought I was. It was like I wasn't focused, bro. It was like 30 seconds into the first round. Way too early. No, 30 seconds into the first round. Sorry, we're on a tangent real quick, chat. 30 seconds into the first round. Way too soon to be trying to be this aggressive. I slipped in because I boxed southpaw. So I slipped in, which is where it will put me on track for his right hand. So he shot a jab. I slipped inwards to the jab, trying to shoot my left hand on an angle, but his 2 was already coming. I slipped, bang! He hit me with that shit, bro. Bro, I definitely stepped back. I definitely stepped back. Man, I didn't wobble. I got a chin, folk. My shit like Canelo. I got a chin, folk. You ain't knocking me out.
Canelo's favorite punch, right?
Yeah, you ain't knocking me out.
Canelo loves slipping Canelo loves when people slip into his hands.
Look, Jay Zilla can't be doing boxing analogies. We could change the whole subject. Souls of Thought said, classic, check your phone. Hey, J3. He said, hey, J3, take the L. I got you. I'll check my phone. Soft Rain said, so where would wives put husbands on their list? Let's talk about it.
First.
Let's talk about it. Soft Rain, let's talk about it. You said first?
First.
That's what we're supposed to be.
First. Especially if you claim to be religious, God, husband, duty. That's what it comes from. If you claim to be religious and you're a woman, God, husband, duty. Your duty is to your husband, and then his duty is to God. But you honestly, and this, I'm not gonna go into this. But I'm gonna mention it because this got brought up earlier, I believe, by Jay Zilla. Excuse me if I'm wrong, Jay Zilla, but I believe you brought up God first and added God to the 4-piece to make it a 5-piece. I'm gonna tell you right now, scripturally, and in most organized religion, the woman does not even have direct contact with God. She goes to her husband, and her husband goes to God on her behalf. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all, and that is throughout most of religions, not even just one monotheistic religion, but in most of them, the woman has to defer to her husband before she goes into any type of intercessory for anything else. That goes with making certain decisions around the house and everything else. That's if you are religious. If you're not religious, you still should put your husband first, because your husband is literally sacrificing his entire body and lifestyle to make sure that you're okay.
But do you see how bad it sounds? Right? On our list, the most productive man would have them last. On their list, we should be first. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with the design, because I would be beefing with the creator. To beef with the design is to beef with the creator, right? So I'm not beefing with the design, but do you see from a different angle how bad it sounds? Not how bad it is, just how bad it sounds to say out loud. Like, hey, fellas, where y'all put y'all women on the list of this? Last. Hey, ladies, where y'all put y'all man? First. But we didn't design this shit. Don't beef with the design. I'm with you, Cortez. Lisa said husband should be first. She talking that talk. She talking that talk.
Lisa always come on here super perfect, don't she?
They always perfect in the chat game.
Classic.
They always perfect April perfect in the chat, Lisa perfect in the chat, Key perfect in it. Who else be slide? Alicia perfect in it. They all perfect in the chat game.
Classic.
Cortez, you funny, boy. You funny. You's a funny dude.
I just watch all of y'all content all the time.
Yeah,
it's the best content on the internet right now, and that's not just me being biased, because I know y'all. You know, I'm in a lot of different spaces. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a lot of different spaces. Like, I put on different suits all the time for a lot of different reasons. And let me tell you, I don't get the level of care, engagement, or just know-how, knowledge, and realness that I get from all of y'all chats. That's why I turn on something else, and I get copyright stricken. But I turn on y'all, and it's real. It's what is the tagline I started using? Unscripted and real. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really what it's all about. Y'all are having a dialogue here about what sounds good, what sounds fair, and then what's reality. It sounds fair for the wife to only be put first if she's putting her husband first. It sounds fair. But then you step outside your front door into reality, and you realize that the moment that you capitulate, then not only are your balls at home in her purse, your boss will see it, the people on the street will see it, and then the people that you interact with will see it too. Oh, and what is funny about this is, what is a eunuch in public? Ostracized. So I'm gonna fail to make the living that provides for the mom if she's widowed, for the wife and the kids and the dog and the nice house and the cars. I can't do none of that. And let's face it, they want you to have the bag. They want you to have the looks. They want you to have the know-how. They want you to be in touch with your emotions and all of this. That's a lot to do, but also to put you first. All you got to do, and to be honest, all you got to do is be a good wife. And I'm not saying that it's hard or easy. I'm just saying that he who finds a wife, an actual wife, finds a good thing. And I'm not about to beef with the creator on new age stuff. I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. A good wife will put her husband first, because the husband has got everything taken care of, and she defers to him. It's hard to. I'm not talking about 100% financial responsibility. We're not talking about that. But we know that no matter what type of relationship you in, you got to bear the brunt.
Is it fair? Is it fair to say men are still evolving by the time they get married? They're still growing. I don't think men get married at the apex of their potential. So a woman, I'm taking what you saying a step further. A woman putting her husband first would allow him to reach his highest possible potential, even beyond what he'd reach staying single. A woman that gets into your life and let's say you reached your apex alone, added a wife into your life that puts you first and poured into you, your apex now changes. You now have effectively broken through a ceiling.
What's our purpose, bro?
We all got different purposes.
So, I mean, like as a species, our purpose is to repopulate, legacy, and bring the next generation up farther than where we were, right?
For sure, sustainability.
Right, so in order to do that, it's programmed into us biologically to find a wife, right?
Yeah.
To find a woman to procreate with and take care of that woman and those children. That's what our programming is.
We kind of designed to find a couple, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Go ahead.
Only for this conversation, we're gonna talk about just the one, right?
Okay.
And so so a lot of us will date around for many years until we find one that is what we desired, or we settled for one that is maybe not exactly what we desired, but they're putting us where we're supposed to be. And it's all types of variables. We're not going into that part. That's not what the purpose of this is. What I'm saying is, if you, let's say, if at 24, 25 years old, you find a wife. Let's say that you are, like the people that we was talking about earlier that got married, and now they're pregnant. Let's say that you can remove the need to go find something to put your seed in because you have that already. You can focus on everything else other than putting any energy into dating, other than putting any energy into being out and getting looks and looking at. And you can put your work outfit on every day without worrying about buying the nice stuff. Now, I'm not saying you can't buy no nice clothes. I'm saying that what you look, the way you look going to work is not the way you look going out.
All right, now
you're not trying to attract nobody at work. You're trying to bring home the paper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, if you get that at 21, 22, 19, 18, when you got one that's rock solid, you ain't got to worry about none of that stuff. Y'all making babies, y'all having sex, y'all getting everything taken care of in the house together. You can rocket yourself leaps and bounds ahead of all the brothers that's, hey, man, what's happening tonight? Where the girls at? You ain't worried about that no more. You're not worried about that at all.
True. Let me catch up on these comments real quick. Soft Rain said, best content. That's right. I appreciate it. I ain't gonna lie. I was just gonna say earlier in the stream, shit. These days, I've been watching some of my shit back. I feel like I'm top 5, not 5. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm top 5, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm floating on this shit now. Shout out to the guys too. Lisa said, if we talking religion, when men find a wife, they're supposed to leave home and cleave and become one, right? We'll come back. We come right back. Let me mull through these. Soft Rain says, so Lisa, would you agree that husbands and wives put each other first? Oh, they finna start. They start. No, they ain't finna beef. They ain't finna be the little girl power coming together in them. look, girl power. Look. I told you they ain't beefing.
Oh yeah, keep it coming. I can't see that no more.
Yeah, I know. I got you. Jay Zilla said, "Why the daughter before God?" Off the record, this is for social purposes. If she gets DV or grape, you must catch a body and ignore God in this green pasture and the land of coconut milk, oat milk, and honey.
Whoa.
Listen, you got it. That's scriptural. You supposed to, if somebody do something to your child, you supposed to go wage war.
This country is not a reflection of
Christianity,
of scriptural or any religion.
Yeah,
it was quote unquote based on it, but based is not the same thing as being exact. This is a reenactment with creative liberties.
You cooking.
It's a reenactment with creative liberties.
Look, here they go. Look, here they go. I agree, Soft Rain. Lisa said, Soul said, cleaving is just splitting. Lisa said, yes, splitting to become one with a wife.
That means you left your family, your mom, your dad, your daughter, your brothers. That does not mean that you left society.
Right. So what? Right. But what?
And becoming one with the wife, it's like I don't know. I'm a nerd. I watched Dragon Ball Z growing up. When Piccolo absorbed somebody, they became part of Piccolo. They did.
I get what you're saying.
Piccolo got all of their strength, and they became part of Piccolo. He was the one driving the car.
Okay.
When y'all become one, y'all becoming one to his strength.
Yeah.
Y'all are becoming one to his strength. Like, I will explain this because we want to talk about the Bible. I'm going to enter something that I have never done live before. And I'm going to tell you this right now. When in the Bible, when Adam and Eve had a decision to make, Adam had been around for who knows how long, because it wasn't a couple of days, because it says a day is 1,000 years to God, right? Which could be anything. It could be 10,000 years. Adam was alone until he got a woman. When he got a woman, she decided that what she was going to do was she was going to eat from the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Nothing happened to Eve. We don't know how long she badgered Adam into taking it. But if you can read it yourself. Adam, take the fruit. Nothing happened to me. See, it's fine. Take a bite. And the minute Adam takes a bite, the ground starts shaking. The heavens open up. God comes down. Where y'all at? What y'all doing? And why are you naked? So first of all, who told you were naked? Oh, it was, we did this. Did I tell you not to do that? The consequences came. God laid down the consequences after Adam ate it. That's why. If you want to go scriptural, I'm just saying, I have reason to believe, just off the notes, that if Adam wouldn't have done nothing, Eve would never had nothing happen to her at all. The consequences came because Adam made a decision to defer to her, even though God told him not to do something. His job, tell Eve not to do it and to lead her. He didn't do so. He listened to her. And, well, everybody toiled into the earth. People had pain in childbirth. And there's lizards running around without legs. That's just the way that the scripture goes. I didn't write the book.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, you right.
Classic.
You right. I mean, we supposed to lead, but like I told you, I just realized I was wrong. I said black men no longer lead the household. Maybe we just never started. Eve must have been black.
Classic.
Historical evidence will say black people can't win.
Yeah, we don't listen. We've been tricked out our position since the garden, folk. We don't lead shit, bro. Jay Zilla said, right? you burn toast in the house when you smoke in the bathroom and the smell gets out. That's childhood. I don't know what the fuck he talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck is he talking about, man? Oh God, what is he talking about, bro? Souls of Thought said, question. So what else do you all follow in the Bible? Are you a virgin to marriage? Just an example. It's funny how we use the word only when it benefits. See? Hey, he said you got me. I want some more.
Whoa. Okay.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2". 100.
My dog said I'm back.
So in addition, it never talked about men historically. It never talked about men being virgins. It never did.
Soul said no, just a question. Hey, listen, I was gonna say, boy, you spend the block. You must be from Chicago. You spending the block like you.
It never talked about men being virgins. That was the Apostle Paul said that way later, and that was a letter to a specific group of people. If you look in the Bible, for example, you have Father Abraham, who was one of the best versions of this. Father Abraham could not get pregnant with his wife. His wife decided that instead of listening to God, that they should have a baby outside of wedlock. Yes, they did. And exactly what he did. He had a baby with a servant.
Lisa said Adam was right there when she ate that fruit. That nigga could have said hell no. He was.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he was there though. It wasn't like.
Yeah,
but I think you said we don't know how long it took her to convince him. But it said that she just was like, she said it's saying the word that he examined the fruit himself. That nigga, he thought it over before he made that dumbass decision. But that's why no man should feel shame in being able to say I've been finessed before. You should never feel no shame. We are susceptible to their manipulation. It's part of the design. We do too much beefing with the creator. If it was designed like this, then this is what it is, and then we play inside the parameters of the design. That's just what it is. We to beef with nature is to beef with God, literally. Mug's out here beefing with God. I can't do that. Yeah, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in doing that. That's not it don't seem like it's gonna get me nowhere that I'm trying to go. Let me put it like it don't seem like it's gonna get me. Yeah.
Samson?
No, Samson was a real gangster. Don't do that. Samson was a real gangster. He was him. Samson was like that. Samson, the reason why my hair long right now. I got 3 mixtapes called Samson. Samson 1, 2, and 3 on SoundCloud right now. Yeah. No. Samson was him. Samson, that's Samson and Moses. They're my niggas. Samson had hoes.
A lot.
They tried to the hoes were trying to line him up, but guess what? At the end, when he simped, he got finessed. When he simped, he got finessed. But before that, he wasn't no simp. He was really standing on business.
Samson was
Delilah gave him that first baddie syndrome. He had that first baddie syndrome with Delilah. He did.
She was
he
the baddest
did.
in the land, bro.
She was like that. I know she was like that too. Yeah,
and she worked on him, bro. She worked on him for the longest.
Yeah, she worked on him for a minute. He didn't go right away. But the thing is, he knew the finesse was in. He knew the finesse was in.
He games with her.
But it was this.
Yeah,
she just kept
games with her for the longest.
You know how it be. They irritate you. They irritate you into you know how you be like, I don't want to talk about it. 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 All right, shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Like scripturally, I'm just giving y'all the short version. All right, shit. And then he finally told her the truth.
Abridged version, bro. The abridged version.
The abridged.
Yeah.
The abridged. So check it out. Samson was so gangster. Unlike, and that's why they took his ass out of the slave Bible, because unlike Jesus, when he was getting ready to die, he didn't use his last prayer to ask for grace and mercy of the ones. That nigga used his last prayer for one last blow. Let me take these bitch ass niggas with me.
Let me kill them all.
If I gotta go. Yeah, you understand.
Let me kill them all.
Yeah, understand me, and took them with him. So that's two different energies, right? Yeah, we'd have been off the plantation if they gave us that shit. Fuck is you talking about? Yeah. Souls of Thought said, no, just a question. Lisa said, I personally don't follow the Bible. Souls of Thought said, thank you, Lisa. Souls of Thought said, yes, Samson just fell to that cat. Yeah, he fell to that cat. But they have been trying to line him because he had went to a brothel to slide on the little joint, and she tried to line him, but he left in the middle of the night. He already knew the jug was in.
He jumped and left.
Samson was the first YN. He was a YN. Yeah. Lisa said, I was asking the question because Cortez mentioned something about religion. Yeah, for sure. Jay Zilla said, no man should feel shame for sipping. You mean simping?
I think that's what he meant.
No, yeah, no man should feel shame for simping. Is as natural as say that for me, Sabertooths. It's as natural as Sabertooths.
Sabertooths.
His analogies is crazy. Like, like what do a Sabertooth have to do with this?
I thought they was extinct, bro.
Shout out to Jay. Man, listen, Jay Zilla gonna make sure if you in my chat, you gonna remember Jay Zilla. Hey, what was the one guy? What was the one guy talking about? He's talking about
Sabertooth taggers and cats and
y'all think Jay Zilla bullshit and he got a book coming out. That book he was writing in the chat, he got a real book coming out. No, for real.
Classic.
That book that he was writing in my chat.
I like supporting.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'll let y'all know.
I'd rather support Jay Zilla than some other author.
Yeah, I'll let y'all know when it dropped. That's crazy though. He really turned the episode of conversation into a book about propaganda, right? Jay Zilla, put the name of your book in the chat, bro. I wrote the forward for it. Yeah, I wrote the forward for it. So I'm proud of dog, man.
I support all of y'all, man. I will support all of y'all.
Hey, man, listen, man. We all it's a lot. Told y'all it's a lot of unique souls in this community, bro. That's why I don't come on here to make people comfortable, because I know that's how you find your tribe for real. You see what I'm saying? It's different type of people. It's some people that's gonna come on the stream and hear me really in my bag one day popping that shit, and it's gonna be some people that's turned all the way up by it, and it's gonna be some people that's turned all the way off by it, and I'm cool with it. The people that's turned up, they're gonna subscribe, and we gonna lock in.
I was in Souls Plug, and I believe April was in there, and they was talking the other day. I actually I covered their show in my first episode, and there was a couple topics where like he had like 20-some people in there, and then it dropped off to like 9 because of the topic change. But he kept going with it, and the people came back, and I'm glad that he did that too, because it wasn't like he has an agenda. And I'm glad that the agenda was actually able to see it all the way through. You know what I'm saying? That's what completes an episode of the show, is that you hit the points that came to your heart that day. You're not just doing it for clicks. You're not just doing it for attention. People that do it for attention, they'll find one thing. Like, for example, you could do Pop the Balloon if you wanted to on your show.
Yeah, no, they copyright though. You gotta keep stopping and going to get through it.
No, I meant like your own version. If you wanted to just get clicked, you can make your own version of whatever dating show that you wanted. That's not what you're doing this for. You're not doing it for clicks.
Yeah, his book is called The Art of PR War.
Okay.
No, if I was doing it for clicks, I would do clickbaity thumbnails a lot more, and I don't. Like my code languages, I would turn all of those into clickbait if it was just about clicks. But
straight AI.
I'm cool with the slow burn. Let's get it. I'm cool with the slow burn. Let's get it. But yeah, man, this was a great question of the day. I think it stimulated a lot of conversation. We went off on a few different tangents, which lets me know it was meaningful, man. So who comes first in a man's life? I think we got to figure it out. I think it depends is the final analysis. But oftentimes, the best, I think conclusive things that we found is that the best friend probably would never be first. And we also found conclusively that the wife would probably never be first. Not in the ideal scenario. So unique to say the least, man.
90% not first is just like never. You know what I'm saying? Basically.
Essentially, but not quite. You know what I'm saying? You still got to leave room. Somebody hit the lotto. Somebody does hit the lotto. You got to leave room for the 2%, 1%, 3%. It exists. It's out there. We got to talk about it just a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's it on the question of the day. So been on stream for 2 hours already, man. I'm gonna just open up for chat Q&A real quick. I'll drop the link one more time too in case somebody wants to join in and talk about anything at all. It could be sports, anything. Y'all could, whatever it is y'all want to talk about, let me know. We'll do a quick little chat Q&A. I'll say let's limit it to 10 minutes, chat. 10 minutes and we getting off of the stream. So let's get active, man. Y'all go ahead. You know I'm gonna play that bop. And y'all let me know what y'all want to talk about. Question, comment, whatever. Let's do it.
Fighting out of the southpaw stance. Standing at 6'2".
Oh, y'all want to hear something different today? Let's do it. Talk to me, chat. Let's go. Talk to me, chat.
Shouldn't have let it happen.
Dump them threes. Let's go.
I am the captain. I'm back on the boat. I stay off the coast. It's a parade. My ship is afloat. I'm smacking up booty and making up quotes. I'm dumb high, though they told me don't smoke. I'm a bad man. You can call me the GOAT. Casino, turn a slice to a loaf. Poseidon Classic, if you groupies ain't know. I done seen this water turn a white to a hoe. Honey Jack with the ginger ale. First thing in the morning, we gon' call him mimosa. Extended balcony, doing my stretches, deep breathing. Yeah, I had to warm my muscles. Bad thing with me, got that bad thing over there. Thinking that I won't touch. I do what I want, I do what I want, I do what I want when I'm on the one. I'm back on the boat to stay afloat, don't need a life vest. I be walking on the Lido deck. They all want me off the eye test. I need a view, I got a few. Know I'm staying on a high deck. I wasn't supposed to make it out here, coming from the west side of Chirac. Real life, where the lies at. I keep winning, you despise that. Blocked your page where your spies at. Used to pick you up where you ride at. I'm back on the boat, where you can't get Amazon Prime at. Had to send a drone where I'm at. I got degrees in my dress. Longitude, latitude. This water give me a different attitude. Not in a bad way, gratitude. I can see God in this ocean moon. I'm grateful. This for the ones that died too young and didn't get a chance, wasn't able. And this for the ones that only took this boat trip that I'm on through slavery. Yeah, I know what this is. I know that I'm black. I know what this is. I know where I'm at. That's why you hear me screaming out that I'm back. I feel the peace of my forefathers in the breeze. When the water get choppy, they mad. I say my prayers and give it the love it deserve. I gotta acknowledge my past. I'm back on a boat. I'm back on a boat.
Who is this? This shit cold.
I am the captain, I'm back on the boat. I stay off the coast. It's a parade, my ship is afloat. I'm smacking up booty and making up quotes. I'm dumb high, though they told me don't smoke. I'm a bad man, you can call me the GOAT. Casino, turn a slice to a loaf. Poseidon Classic, if you groupies ain't know. I done seen this water turn a white to a hoe. Honey Jack with the ginger ale. First thing in the morning, we gon' call him mimosa. Extended balcony, doing my stretches, deep breathing. Yeah, I had to warm up my muscles. Bad thing with me, got that bad thing over there. Thinking that I won't touch. I do what I want, I do what I want, I do what I want when I'm on the water. I'm back on the boat, I'm back on the boat.
I got one for you.
Yes, sir. Talk to me, Ted.
So I did. I covered the question that they had. I think it was last night. Can a woman hate the father of her children?
She said the water turn a wife to a hoe is crazy. I done seen it now. I done seen that water turn a wife to a hoe on that boat. Yeah.
Just go in the playpen.
I done seen it now.
You ain't even got to go out to sea. Just go in the playpen.
I done seen it, folks. But what you say? Yeah, you said that was from our show.
Yes, it was. Can a woman? Can a woman hate? Can a woman hate?
That's right. You did say you wanted to revisit this. Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, I wanted. I said it on yesterday morning on mine. I wanted to revisit it because I felt like there wasn't as much engagement as there should have been. Not that there wasn't a lot of engagement, but I felt like it needed to be revisited at least more than once. We got to cover things.
Yeah. I'm listening. I'm talking to Jay Zilla. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay. I say, you got to cover things. And I think that's one of the ones. Can a woman truly hate the person who fathered her children. What's up, Zilla?
Well, you changing the question. Did you want to discuss your question this way, or did you want to
No,
talk about?
no. Don't mind me. You know, I be talking.
Okay.
Your
So
question. It's your question.
Okay. No, I just want to. So the way it was asked was, how can the way it was asked was, how can a woman love her child and hate the father? It's cool, Jay Zilla. Turn it back. I don't know why it's not turning for you automatically. You must not have your auto rotate on. It's cool. Turn it back. What up, Jay Zilla? Mic check.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's up, Zilla?
Okay, what up? Yeah, so the question was how can a woman love the child if she hates the father? So that was the question too, Cortez. So you wanted to speak on it. Talk to me, Cortez.
Yeah, I don't think they truly can. I said because if you lay down, and the way I said it was you laid down to make a baby with this man, unless it was grape. We're not talking about grape, so please, with the extreme scenarios, can y'all please not do that to me today or anybody else? We're talking about consensual situations where y'all wanted to have this baby. Are you having this baby with this man because you love him? Are you having this baby for clout? What did you have the baby for if you hated the man? And if you had the potential to, hate is very strong, man. That's a very strong word to use. So, like, it's a very strong word to use, especially when you taking care of this man's DNA.
I mean, I don't know how many women still left in the chat, but I know that they probably have some strong opinions on this one. I think that it goes a couple different ways, right? Because we gotta be mindful of the fact that as men, we do have a little bit of a demarcation point on communicating about this, right? Because they got a certain connection that they get from the child during the incubation time period. So as that baby is growing in their body and they developing that connection with that child, it could be a situation where when they have that baby, they're gonna love that baby no matter what. Now, I don't know the percentages. I don't want to say majority or minority on this one. This question is a little touch and go because it's difficult because you have that, but then you also have the women that think they're gonna love their baby until their baby get here and look just like the father.
I said that in the show.
You did.
Like your daddy.
Yeah,
you were there.
So Lisa asks, they hated him before or after the baby? For the sake of what y'all think for the sake of conversation? Let's say they hated him after the baby. The baby is born and they hate the man. How can they truly love the child?
And they could hate the man because he didn't want to be with you anymore because he had that child.
Well, no, that's the wrong. So Jay Zilla, we talking about how can they love the child, not the reasons why they can hate. We know it's a trillion reasons why a woman can hate a man. We know that. I'm saying how can
I guess I worded it wrong. They hate the child because the man didn't want to stay.
That's interesting. Damn. So the resentment for the man travels down to the baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Generational trauma.
I've seen it. I'm not saying it's everybody, but I've seen it.
I've seen it too. That's why I put the nuance on it when I covered it, but you stopped reacting. Right?
I had to, bro. It was you know what I'm saying?
You wanted to move it to the next second? No, for sure.
Yeah, but I had to, man. It's a lot there. It's why I was like, man, we're gonna come back to this one classic.
No, for sure. It's definitely a panel type discussion. I wish we had some women in the panel for sure, but it's one of those things where there's a nuance to it. That's why I turned it into levels, right? That's why I was like, how can you love your child at a level 10? Because you can have love for your child and harbor resentment because like you keep seeing resemblances and you keep getting nerve stricken and
the way the child walks, the way the child talks,
the
mannerisms, the way they eat their food, how they breathe. You know what I'm saying? Their facial structure, their hair, even like it's rough. It's rough, especially
and not to demonize the child, but once the child starts to show those different mannerisms of the man that was in that position before, previously, it makes it that much worse because it's like you're raising the person that didn't want to love you. I don't know. I mean, we can talk about emotions, but it's just like it feels like you're being struck again because the moment that child becomes a teenager and wants to rebel, now you see it as a second strike against you.
Yes.
Now it just seems 10 times worse, 100 times
Yeah,
worse.
yeah, or even just when that child start to act like they dad, even if it's the daughter. You know what I'm saying?
The
Even if
daughter will
it's a
do it
girl.
too. The
Yeah,
girl will
like
do it too.
what about when that child start to act just like, you know what I mean? It's unique, man. I think it's gonna be a great conversation for the Queen Code panel. I want to see what the women have to say about it because as men, like I say, I feel like we can only speak to it but so much. Because I mean, it's really for us, it's just all opinion. And then for them, it's like
I don't
how
know
real.
any men that don't like their kids because they like the woman they're not with anymore. I don't know any men that's like that. I'm
Right.
not saying they don't exist. I've just never seen it. But I've literally seen women in public look at their kid and say, "You just like your damn daddy." I can't stand it.
I've seen that too. Lisa said there's so many things to discuss with this. I think that every situation is different. This a topic for a panel. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. I'm gonna put together an integrated panel too, but I just got to be careful about the personalities because I think more so the women than the men. You just got to get the right thick-skinned women for those types of panels because of how they can get in certain moments, and especially on really good topics. We know how it can get, and so the last thing I want is like for a woman to come on the panel and then the conversation gets intense and then they don't want to participate in anything ever again type shit. So I don't want to do the integrated panel with men and women without the exact right type of women. You know what I'm saying? Like certain women that are on the Queen Code, I wouldn't put them on the mixed panel because I don't want to turn them off because in turn it could turn viewers off. You know what I mean?
They don't want
But
to
we
see two
gonna
people fighting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can have a good discussion, but
I
people will fight.
It's not about that. I just think some certain people don't have the ability to agree to disagree peacefully. Like it don't rest in their spirit. They'll agree to disagree, but then they'll get off the panel and still feel some type of way. They may end up venting about that shit later to somebody else they talking to. Like they haven't let it go. Like agreeing to disagree should be amicable and you should be able to literally be cool. Like if me and you we could talk football right now for 3 minutes and agree on a bunch of shit. It's not going to affect how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't see it the same. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? But especially when you're talking about these types of subjects, it can get sticky and it can get tricky. You know what I mean? Lisa said, in short, if she hates the man after the baby, she can still fully love her child. I believe it's possible, but is it probable? And can she love her child at a level 10 on a 1 or let's say on a 1 to 5? Can she love her child at a level 5 or is there a ceiling over it because she see too much of daddy in the baby? Like, yeah, I love my baby, but it's definitely like at a 4, 3.5, little KD 3.5, like nuance, right? Like nuance, because it's levels to love, right? You got unconditional love, you got conditional love, you got love for you, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like you got love you, then you got I love you, you know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, that goes into the same.
Yeah.
I haven't met too many men.
Yeah, she made a face.
They don't want to have their kids anymore, but I have seen and talked to a lot of women that have said, if I could go back, I would unhave this kid.
I have heard that too. I have heard, and you have to appreciate the honesty first and foremost, but just, you know, to express those emotions, you know, publicly, you got to respect that. But it's just like, man, you know, because you don't get to choose how you feel. If you really feel like that at a point in your life, like I know there's been allegedly all for content creation purposes and stuff like that. There's been points in my life where I wanted to, you know, get somebody up out of here. You feel me? Go ahead and stop that pulse on them and you know, didn't do it, but I can't say I didn't never feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's only natural to feel that way.
Yeah. So when you have dark emotions and shit like that, it's a human experience. And I think, like I said, bro, that's what the classic codes is really about. Like getting people back comfortable with telling the truth out loud. Because we all going through the same shit. So like, why everybody so ashamed? You know what I'm saying?
You say those types of things to someone.
Say again?
Like, no, you, Jay Zilla. I want to try to talk over you.
Oh, okay. Well, you say those types of things to someone like a therapist, and you end up getting put in. You will get recycled into the system because you thinking that you want to give harm to someone. There's no this isn't social media. Like this isn't social media.
Yeah,
You can't say this is all for uh, all
you can't
inclusive
say
purposes. All allegedly, you can't say that. If you're talking to a therapist and you say I wanna cancel someone's post, give this brother a fat line. Like no,
yeah. They
that's
got
it.
it's
You
their
in.
job. It's their job.
It's a
Yeah,
part of the clause. You signed up for
that's
They
that.
go they go they gonna
yeah.
paper gown you. They gonna paper
No, for
gown you.
sure, for sure. That's one of the things that you can't use a therapist for. You do need a
Yeah.
confidant that's not a
You need a
professional.
homie. You need a
Yeah,
homie.
Lisa said
Someone
it's
that's not
crazy.
a crash out.
Shit, or the crash out. Lisa said
The
it's
crash
crazy
out might
because
help you more than not
the
crash out.
crowd's just about to say that the crash out to be the
Like,
one that
what
rascals like.
the fuck
Listen,
you doing?
listen, it's gonna hit harder when the person that's known to crash out start talking sense into you. Cause you
Yeah.
like, damn, you the one that normally want to drive the car. So if you tell me I'm tweaking, I must be over tweaking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus talking to the person who always gonna be on some kumbaya shit. You be like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit right now. I'm trying to go get down. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's definitely it's shit deep, man. Lisa said it's crazy because the child didn't ask to be here. Right. And that's what I'm saying. This shit tricky,
I got
man.
something similar that I think we can resonate with. I don't know about you, but like, have you ever had a type where like you met a girl that was too much like somebody you already dated?
Yeah, for sure.
I
I
would,
say I always
yeah,
be like, oh, I know you already. That's what I tell
yeah,
them. I know you already. I don't want nothing to
different
do with
body,
that.
same person type stuff.
Yeah, I know you
Yeah.
already. I'm cool.
So
I'm
for
straight.
me,
Yeah, yeah.
I used to have a specific type. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a specific type. They all looked like this. They all talked like this, walked like this, dressed like this. They all did. And when I matured, I was just like, you know what? I'm not looking for this no more. And unfortunately, when you have a child that's a split image of his father, I would think, I don't know. I'm not coming from a place of no. This is just, head canon. I would think that you would have a little bit of resentment because his hair looked like his hair, his face looked like his face, his walk looked like his walk, his talk looked like his talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like I don't know, I don't know a lot about the Sanders' mother. You know what I'm saying? But if she did not like her husband or ex-husband now, if she did not like him, she might be mad at all three of them boys because they look like him, they walk like him, they talk like him, they dress like him. You know what I'm saying? They swag like him. They all three of them. It's just different.
And more so than resembling him and being just like him, they love him and they close to
They
him, and that
love
probably
him.
hurt her the worst because and that's these emotions that you're talking about are natural, you know what I mean? And so like everything we feel ain't gonna be all hunky dory and shit. So it's just like it's deep, man. I definitely want to get some women, preferably single mothers, to sit down on this one. You know what I mean? This heavy. I'm looking forward to hosting and moderating it and definitely introducing some male voices to it. But we're gonna have some decorum on that night. We're gonna have to, what I mean? We got to have some decorum on that night and keep it at a certain place so the conversation can stay productive and not constructive. But yeah, man,
You can't crash
awesome.
out like JB.
You can crash. It's just about the way you go about it, right? But
I ain't calling no names, bro. I'm just not doing it.
yo ass, yeah, man, you already did.
You
You
can
are
definitely call some names. You do it all the
J
I will
Lo,
name
J Lo,
drop. I will
J
name
Lo,
drop, but I'm not
J Lo
calling no
already.
names.
Come on, dog. J Lo already caught her straight today. My man just out of nowhere, Jennifer Lopez, right? I'm damn dog.
Hey, she happy right now, man. That's what's important, right? She happy.
Man, I don't know how she feel. Everything in Hollywood is a big ass facade.
Facts.
None of that shit real. They always in character. Yeah. So,
My
but man,
response to
it's been a
I was just gonna say my response to when people say that the child didn't choose to be here. I think the child did because that urge, that feeling, that for the woman and the biological clock, that's a part of that's that certain egg, like saying like, let me out of here. I'm trapped. Let me free. And then that man's urge where he's like, forget it. I'm loading up the walls. We spraying everything down. That's
Classic.
the urge of whatever seaman is on the forefront of that military army to say, I'm leading y'all to the charge. One of us is getting through here. I'm just saying they chose to be here. You didn't think they chose to be here. Maybe you didn't feel like you chose to be here, but somebody in your platoon
She said
made a
no.
decision.
She said no.
And got through.
She said no, Jay
She didn't even bother. She said, nah.
No, G.
Break down the wall, Jericho.
I hear you though. Motherfucker did swim his ass off, didn't he?
Hey, the ovulation crazy, right?
Yeah,
The ovulation period is crazy. They want you the most during ovulation.
Yeah, he did. Hey,
you be trying to chill and play the game. Come on over here, baby. No, I'm watching the game. I'm playing the game. No, I need you right now. What?
Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. I gotta but man, let me go because I gotta get the rest of this stuff situated for this fantasy league. It's been a great stream. We had almost 2.5 hours. I'm glad because the last 2 streams this week were very short. I mean, potent, but just short. And so I had to come serve the people, man. I had to come serve the community. I appreciate y'all boys jumping on to the link as well, man. Shout out, man. Chat 333, the best in the building. But make sure everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you already done those things, let somebody else know about the channel. Like you said, man, it's not just entertainment. It's more than that, but we got plenty of medicine in the candy. So it's like, you know, we never gonna lose. We got another classic on our hands. And if y'all don't do nothing else, for me, stick to the codes. Yeah.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hardened my heart and that heart